Hi, I am Wendy Alane Wright. I have been a talent manager or a talent agent in Hollywood for over 20 years, and I am the leading acting business coach in the world. And I'm coming here live to answer any questions that you guys may have. So first, I want to see if you can hear me. We can hear me! So exciting. You know what it was? My microphone was plugged in, and I had to unplug it. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. So the reason I'm stopping by is because I posted a video saying that you guys could ask me any questions that you have. Thank you, Sophia. And that you could ask me any questions that you have. And so I wanted to come in here and answer some of the questions that I was given. A lot of questions were asked, but also you guys might have a lot of questions. It's not often that you get to talk to a talent manager and agent directly. So some of you might be in some of my online groups, and you may have heard me speak before and talk before. If you're in Talent Managers for Actors, if you're in my Winner's Inner Circle course, you have heard me speak. But some of you may be new, and you maybe have never been taught by me or learned anything from me. So I would like to answer your questions. Okay, and I can see a lot of questions coming in. So type in your questions. If you don't know me, I've been a talent agent and a talent manager in Hollywood for over 20 years, and I have a little allergies. And I love helping actors, period. I love helping actors. And as a manager, often, and I made a list the other day in my Facebook group, Talent Managers for Actors. I made a list of all the TV shows that some of my actors have booked. Like I just went on and on about things that they booked. And my job is to take brand new actors from scratch often, get their package together, their headshots, their acting clips, their resumes, get them submitting themselves on Actors Access, backstage, making sure that you're strong in your acting technique and you know where to train and you know where to get your headshots taken and you know what to do in front of the camera for your headshots. And then get you an agent and manage your career. So I've done that with thousands of different actors over the years. And yes, I do consultations. Hello from Romania. So yes, you have a chance to be an actress in New York. Oh my God, I'm so excited. There's so many great questions. Okay, so I will answer those questions. Hello from Kenya. Tell me where you're from. Type in the chat where you're from. Type in the chat where you are from. And I would just love to say hello to you and shout out. From Austria. Okay, so hey, what's your position on so there's a lot of questions and I'll go back through them all. I'm really glad to have you all here. If you're new to my channel, please like and subscribe to my channel. I have over 93,000 subscribers and I learned from my metrics that only 10% of the people that watch subscribe. So you imagine that. So imagine if everyone who was watching subscribed. We have over almost 5 million views on my channel now. So I want you, if you are not a subscriber, please stop what you're doing and subscribe to my channel. That's really important to me. I never thought about it in the first 5-10 years, but I care about it now. So do me that solid. Okay, so welcome here. I'm going to give you some guidance and advice about your acting career. I am the #1 acting business coach in the world. So what I'm going to tell you is going to be the honest truth. I'm not going to bullshit you in any way, shape, or form. I'm going to tell you exactly how it is. And hopefully after this conversation, you're going to be further ahead than you were when we started, okay? So I'll be here for an hour, and stay with me. Ask me questions. So I'm going to start from the top, and let's start with questions. Okay, I'm going to go down now to you've been watching since 2013. You even have a song that mentions me. How fantastic. I don't know if people are writing songs about me. That's so great. So how do I figure out my type? So all of you all need to know your type, right? And when you figure out your type, the first ways that you can do that is just think about who you are in real life. Are you someone's son or daughter? Are you someone's sister or brother? Because those are types. You play someone's sister or brother. You play someone's son or daughter. Are you someone's mother? Are you someone's best friend? Do you have a best friend? So son, daughter, sibling, best friend, those are types. What about roles you could play on TV. Could you play the victim of a crime? Could you play a patient in a hospital? So you could play a patient in a hospital. That could go on any medical show. A victim of a crime, any cop show. Are you a student? So let's start with the basic things, right? Student, victim of a crime, patient in a hospital. What if you're a witness to a crime? You saw it. You'd be investigated and talked to by the detectives. That you see on TV, right? You might have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. You might be having an issue with your boyfriend or girlfriend. That's another role you could play. So start with those basic types. Girlfriend, boyfriend, sister, brother, someone's mother, father, someone's son or daughter, student. And then if you're a little older, maybe you're a teacher, a cop, whatever. So start with the basic stuff, okay? And your type, later on as you get into classes, you'll start to figure out more. But right now you can create clips that match those types. How do you start acting career? You're 17 years old. You have to start by taking acting classes. Everybody here, you have to take acting classes and learn to be an actor. There is nobody who plays professional football or baseball or soccer who doesn't know how to play soccer or doesn't know how to play basketball. And not only do they know how to play it, they know how to play it very, very well. And they can play it better than people who are not professionals, right? So if you're going to become an actor, you have to learn how to act. And there's some basic things you have to study. Scene study. Take notes. Get out your pen and paper because we go to school. Scene study. Improv. On-camera techniques. Commercial techniques. Audition techniques. Cold reading. So scene study, improv, on-camera, commercial, audition techniques, cold reading techniques. You got to learn that. And how long do you stay in class? You never, ever, ever graduate from classes. Acting classes is something you do forever. As long as you're an actor, you will be taking classes. The same way, if you're a professional basketball player, you will always be training in between games. As soon as you stop training, you'll stop being at your best. And somebody else will come get your position. Same in acting, okay? So you're going to always be training. That's how you start. So when do you start looking for an agent? After you learn to act. Not a minute before. What would you tell someone from Austria? How can I get jobs? Well, you have to learn to act. And then you need to create some online profiles that you can use to upload your package. And then you send that package to casting directors. In Europe, it's called Spotlight. So Spotlight is how you build your package. Backstage, also, you can use Backstage. Been with you for years. Hey, Survey Brooke, moved to Seattle. Who would I go to restart acting professionally? An agency. If you go to my website, or Wendy Alane Wright, there's a section on there about agents. You can look up, what is Seattle? Seattle, Washington. Look up Washington, and by state, I list some of the. Hi, Wendy. I had my first audition for a short film today. Congratulations, Brandon. Are you still doing typecasting from pictures? No, well, I'm not. Hi from Kenya. Hi. Will you ever see the Brown James Bond? I don't know. I don't know. None of your business. I'm talking to someone called none of your business. I'm 14 in African American and in Central America. Where I live, people don't have talent agents, but I really want to be in a film like Netflix. I have no professional training. Well, get professional training. Anyone who says I have no experience, get experience. If you have no training, get training. There's plenty of online coaches you can train with. How do you find an agent when you're from a small town? Well, first of all, you're not going to find one in a small town. So you have to look in the biggest city in your state. So what's the capital of your state? That's where the agencies are going to be. Is it worth going to LA during the pandemic? No. At this time, everything is going to be on Zoom. All auditions are going to be Zoom. Callbacks are going to be on Zoom. You're getting hired right off of Zoom a lot of times. So you don't need to go to LA. How do you start acting? Kayla, I'm going to see that question a lot. How do I get started? Here's this. So listen. Kayla says, how do I start acting? Angel, how do I get started? Odell, how do I start acting? How hard is it to be an actor? How can I become a better actor? It's very hard to be an actor. It's also very hard to be a doctor. So how do you become a better actor? Training. Training, 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 training. I can tell you a couple things. There's no mystery to this thing. Great actors who train a lot get more opportunities. They get agents, they get managers, and they get work. Actors who don't train go nowhere. So training is your most important thing. How do you start? Let me put in the chat. I do a free webinar. Let me give you the information about the free webinar. I'm going to just write it in the chat. Bam, there it is. I've written it. Free. It's a free webinar called 10 Steps to Start Your Acting Career. I'm going to go through 10 steps to start your acting career. Take it. It's a free webinar. And I also will give you a free sample, like a sample resume template, so that you can have a sample of how to create your resume. Okay. And now if you guys are interested in my online course, it's called the Winner's Circle, Master Course for Actors. I'm going to put that in the chat. I should tell you that that course has become the #1 course for actors getting started in this business. Agents, managers, casting directors, everybody, working actors recommends my course. And there's a reason for that. It's freaking great. I know that there's a lot of programs out there, a lot of these like people say they know how to get you into TV and film. If they don't do it for a living, like a manager or agent, they may not know that at all. Hold on one second. I'm going to show you something. There's a lot of people, there are a lot of scam artists out there, okay? There's a lot of scam artists out there. You just have to be careful. Anybody that tells you you can get in this business overnight and become successful is lying through their teeth. This business, you cannot be overnight successful. There's no such thing. If you're a teenager watching this, or an adult, or an adult coming back into this business, and you're thinking, I'm going to get in this business and be on TV next year, it's absolute bullshit. This takes years to become successful in this business. And if you don't want to do that work and you're looking for some kind of fast and fancy secret, that's not how it works. Okay? It takes years to become successful in anything. If you want to be on a professional football team, you're not going to be on one tomorrow. Are you? You're not going to be on one tomorrow. So it takes a long time. Let's go through some more questions. Thank you for the nice things you're saying. Thank you. I'm glowing and I'm pretty and I love my hair and all that. Thank you so much. I love you. Thank you for saying nice things to me. How do you work with voiceover actors? I teach a lot of people how to get in this business. I teach voiceover actors how to get in the business. And if I don't know, I get a voiceover actor to come teach you in my course. How do you find an agent? First, you learn how to act. Then you get experience by creating a profile on Backstage and Actors Access or Spotlight if you're in Europe, or Star Now if you're in Australia, or Casting Workbook if you're in Canada, and you start submitting for projects and you start looking for student films, short films, web series, things like that, and get experience. All right. I've been taking advantage of Backstage. Good for you. Okay, let me keep reading. Hello, let me keep reading. So, bless you too. God bless all you too. What can I do to prepare for acting, my acting future? You might hear this a lot, but I'll say train. Train all the time. Train all the time. Get experience. Create your own short films. How can I become a better actor? Train. How can I have a consultation? Go to wendyalainewright.com. You can set up a consultation. Hello from Romania. My old videos, yes, all my videos are helpful. It doesn't matter if I recorded them 7 years ago or today. They're all helpful. Watch them all. 14, I've been so busy that I've only been able to go to one drop-in class in an acting school. I feel like my time's wasting away. What can I do at home meanwhile? Okay, so every time you get a script, or the sides are the piece of material, the couple pages that anybody's going to give you when you have an audition, okay? So what you want to do is you want to get that script and you want to practice it. Now, when you're learning how to act, You don't just start reading lines. That's not acting. If I say, my puppy just died, I can't just take the script, my puppy just died. Okay, my puppy just died. My puppy just died. My puppy, okay, ready. My puppy just died. That's not acting, okay? So you have to learn when you take the script, you have to take the sentence, my puppy just died, and then you need to start to make that real, okay? What kind of dog was it? A Rottweiler. How big was it? Why did I like that dog? Where did I get that dog? What does that dog mean to me? How did it die? Where did it die? Did I have to put it down? Did it have some kind of disease? Did it get hit by a car? You know, where was I when I put it down? My puppy just died. I need to see it in my mind. And so you do the story in your mind and you make sure that the line has a story. And then you memorize the line. Because now you're not memorizing, you're thinking, my puppy just died. And you're remembering it. And that's acting, honey, okay? You got to have a memory attached to the line. If there's no memory that you've made up if you can't see it in your head, because if it really happened to you, you would see it in your head. If you really went to Disneyland and you got on some rides, you would remember the rides you went on. You would remember what day you went to Disneyland. You'd know who you went with. You'd know what time of day you were there. You'd know what ride was your favorite. You'd know how it felt. And when you said, I went to Disneyland, you'd see it in your mind, in the memory of your mind. But when you get a script, you have to create those memories in your mind so that when you say the lines, you can see the memory in your mind. So that's the work of doing the acting. You take the script and then you create mental pictures and mental memories of those things, one line at a time. Sometimes you break it down to words. Okay, you don't just start memorizing. So what can you be doing in between classes? Work on scripts. I have speech problems. This is Joy Estelle. I have speech problems. How do I do better with that? Get a speech coach. Get a speech coach. Is it necessary to have a theatrical agent and a commercial? Well, those are two different parts of the business. Commercial agents will represent you to get commercial auditions. Theatrical agents will represent you for TV and film auditions. So if you want to do both, you could have both agencies. Sometimes an agency will have both departments within that agency, and then you'll have different people in that same company representing you. My girls just started and have an agent. Should I be looking for a manager? Well, it depends on the area that you're in, Phoebster, X4, what? If you're in Atlanta, they don't really deal with managers. You know, managers is an LA, New York kind of thing because there are so many actors that an agency has that they just can't deal with all the parents, you know. So, and also you have to develop your package. You have to develop their acting clips and their headshots, and you have to really keep adding to the package, and a manager can help do that. You can get a manager, that's totally fine. Someone who believes in your children. It doesn't hurt to have them on the team, right? Do you recommend starting out with student short films or extra work? Yes, all of that. Ken Romero, definitely do extra work, get some student films and some short films, get some experience. Someone else, let's see. Do online classes that aren't from colleges or students count? M. by Nikki. Yes, training counts, whether it's online or it's in person. And right now, all training almost is online, especially in the big cities. I mean, nothing is in person, right? Right now, it's the best time to train because you can train with coaches that are in LA and in New York, no matter what part of the world you're in, whatever country, as long as you have an internet connection, you can be training with great coaches. So now is a great time to train with like major people. Let me give you the names of some wonderful people you can train with in LA, okay? Let me find something. Let me get up here. Let me see if I can get these links. Coaches. Here, I'll give you the links to these coaches. Gracious, hold on, let me do this. This is not, I can only do 247 characters, 200 characters. Okay, so let me cut this in half. Here are two great coaches. Okay, here are two more great coaches. Those are 5 great coaches I just gave you. Train with any of them. Let's see. What's your position on signing out of town talent in COVID? Hey, Reggie, first of all, good to see you. personally, I mean, people are signing actors from all over the world, all over the country. Everything is being done on Zoom. I think that's opened it up for people because people are getting hired off of Zoom. You know, you don't have to get to in-person auditions right now. So some agencies are hiring, what is it called? Signing talent that don't live in their state. How can someone from Australia get jobs internationally? Well, go on Facebook groups, actor groups in Austria, Marietta, Austria, and look up actor Facebook groups in Austria and ask some of the actors there what they're doing. How do I start a resume if I can't film anything to put on there? Tanya, start it by taking acting classes, and then you can put your acting training on there. So when you create your resume, you put your name at the top, you got your email, you know, you might put your hair color, your eye color, your height. And then if you did any theater in school and the training that you've done, that's how a lot of people start. Hi from Portugal. Hello, sweetie. I have the Hollywood Winter Circle class, but my mom wants to finish school in Rad Tech. Hi, Carolyn. I'm glad you're in my Winter Circle training, which I have 2 to 3 years left. Should I stop going to school and focus on my training or finish school? Well, if you're underage, you're going to do what your mother tells you to do because you're not an adult. If you are an adult, what your mother is trying to tell you is to make sure you have something else to make a living at. That doesn't mean you can't make your dreams happen as an actor. But she's saying you need to make sure you can pay your bills. And I will tell anyone who wants to be an actor, you need other skills to pay your bills. That's a rhyme. You need other skills to pay your bills. What? Because acting work, even if you book 3 TV shows in a year, that might be like $8,500, and after taxes and your agent, you get $4,200. And then you book another one for $4,200. That's $9,000, whatever. That's not enough to pay your bills. So you need different streams of income, right? You need different streams of income. Some from your day job, some from your online business, some when you do coaching, or you do massage therapy, or you teach kickboxing, you have real estate, you're in the stock market, whatever different business that you sell stuff on Etsy, you have a degree and you do some side engineering, your bookkeeping, different streams of income. And you'll get some money from acting, right? Maybe you do some voiceovers, maybe you do audiobooks. At some point, maybe you do a lot of acting working that makes your money. But most actors, even today, working actors you see on TV, have other businesses and other forms of income. So, I just lost the questions I was looking at. How do I get back to my questions? You all know how to get to my questions? I don't like that. Let me see. How else can I get to the questions? I had a lot of questions. Oh, okay. All right, that gets confusing sometimes. Hold on 1 second while I make sure that I can see these questions again. I don't let you down, down my home. Down, freedom, freedom, ooh, freedom. I loved you ready as you go. Let's see. Now, here we go. Let's more questions. Okay, gotcha. How can someone be an actor if they haven't been in any films yet? Well, you start with your training, and then you're going to start getting experience. So you're writing here, like, nobody's going to hire me if I don't have experience. Remember, everybody you see on TV, every single person that you see on TV has started with no experience, right? They have no experience. So you will get experience. I have to check something out. What's going on here? Hold on a second. You guys forgive me. I might have to come back in here and start and add some more. Oh, here it is. You have to forgive me, but my live is doing something weird. Oh, here it is. Okay. Let me keep going, kids. What are some of your thoughts about iPop? I think that they take a lot of money from a lot of people, And it doesn't teach you about Actors Access or LA Casting or how to build your own career, doing short films, student films, and web series. It doesn't get you ready for agents and managers. And if you do pay the $10,000 to attend and an agent spots you, you still, and you get signed to them, you still have to build your package. You still need headshots that match your type. You still need acting clips that show you can act. You still need to submit yourself on Actors Access and Backstage and get experience. Just because you have an agent doesn't mean that you have a career. So do you think open calls are great? I don't know. I mean, I think I've had some people I know that have been discovered in open calls, but then you still have to get your Actors Access profile. You still have to get headshots that match your type and acting clips and build your resume and get training and get experience. But yeah, you can meet some people in an open call. Sometimes somebody's going to meet somebody. If there's 1,000 people, somebody's going to meet somebody, right? But that's like shooting in the dark. I'm wondering my type, watch the beginning of this video. I've already talked about that. Our older actors look down if they finish drama school at, say, 29. Mohammed. It just means that at 29, those are the roles you're going to play. If you finish at 29 and you're coming out there to act, you're going to play roles that you're 29, 27, 25, Do I have to have theater before TV? You don't have to have it, Dennis. Strat Demacus. But theater is so great. You can learn so much from theater. You will learn how to pick up a line if you forget it. You will learn how to keep going if you lose track. You'll learn because the show never ends. You can't just pause it and start over. You got to keep going. And you get experience working on scenes, on characters, working with actors. So theater is a great way it's like practice. It's practice. I'm an Indian American. Will this affect my career? What do you mean affect your career, Ardash? You will play roles as an Indian American and you'll play other roles. Self-trained yourself, Daniel Brito? What does that mean? Like I self-trained myself to be a brain surgeon? I'm not hiring someone who self-trained someone to be a brain. If my dad needs brain surgery, the last person I'm going to is someone that self-trained themselves. Self-trained. You might learn some things about acting, but you need to get in acting classes to take that natural talent you have and learn how to do that scene 35 times in 35 different ways. And if the director tells you to do it differently, you can't keep doing it the way you did it. You need to learn new ways to do it. And if you've never trained, then you don't know what you're missing. You don't know what training you don't have. So self-training is a little start, but that's 99% of people are never going to build a career off of self-training. There's always going to be exceptions. Someone's going to say, yeah, well, Jennifer Lawrence never had an acting career. Acting training. She's been training on set with projects for her whole life, and she does get coached on her auditions. So that's not true, actually. Do you have advice for singers? Sing. Get trained as a singer and then sing everywhere you can. I'm actually going to start a singing channel where I'm going to teach you guys how I sing and how I warm up and how I work on songs and how I work with the melody and improv. And I'm going to teach you 21 ways to get your singing career started. So I'm going to do 21 videos. And in each video, I'm going to tell you one thing you can do for your singing career. And then I'm going to sing and teach you how to sing a bit. So it's going to be a fun channel. Watch for that coming up. I have an agent interview coming up. Olivia, what should I expect? Well, if you have an agent interview coming up, you expect to be yourself and confident, and they basically want to see if you're crazy. They basically want to see if you realize this business takes a lot of work, and if you're doing the work, and if you're in class training all the time. And they're checking out your personality. They want to see if you have a good personality. Okay, so expect to just have a conversation. They want to get to know you. So have a couple thoughts or stories about something you really love to do in your life, not acting. Never go into meetings and say things like, I love acting. I've always wanted to be an actor all my life. If someone would just give me a chance, that's not what it means. Let's say that you volunteer with puppies on the weekends. That's something. Or that you like to make here's for me, example. I like to put chandeliers together. I like to buy the plastic kind of chandelier at Home Depot, then take all the crystals off, then go like online and flea markets and antique stores and find all the new crystals and then restring the whole thing. And so it looks like this beautiful crystal chandelier. and I replace all the parts. I like to do that for fun. It's calming. It's like a little meditation, and you work with these little small pieces, and I enjoy that. And when I'm done, I have these amazing chandeliers that I hang in my house or give to my friends. I love to do that. Tell them something that you love, something about you, something that makes you happy. Is it better to start acting before or after 18? Does it matter? You are what you are. You are the age that you are. Start whenever you start. If you're young, you'll play young roles. When you're older, you'll play older roles. Sophia Moon, is it true that I have to meet a certain beauty standard to be successful? No. If you're an actor, there's all kinds of actors. Have you seen the little lady on NCIS? She's not a beauty queen. Those are called character actors. People that have like this stunning beauty, it's like they look like they walked off a runway. That's one kind of actor. There's thousands of other kinds of actors. You know, you are you, and you are enough, and you will play people and characters like you. You don't need to think about other people. Don't compare yourself to other people. It doesn't matter what other people are doing. It's you and your actions that matter, right? Your life that matters. Your actions, your dreams, your goals, your discipline, your training. It doesn't matter what anyone else is doing. Don't even consider them. It's none of your business. It's none of your business. Do you have schools or instructors from the DMV? You know, like I just said, Ken Romero, everybody's teaching on Zoom right now. So get on Zoom and train with any of the teachers that are training on Zoom. Wow, you guys have a lot of questions. I'm happy to do it. Let's see. If your parents don't want to pay classes for you, make your own money. Yeah, you can make your own money. It's called internet businesses. When people say things like, I don't have any money, I just think you don't bother learning about money then. That means read books, every book you can about how to make money. Watch YouTube videos, how to make money. If you have a problem making money and you're afraid of it, do subliminal videos, subliminal messages that say, I'm worthy. I deserve to make money. I deserve great things. I deserve to be successful. Listen to those videos at night while you're sleeping. Listen to them every single night for 6 months. You deserve to be successful. And if you don't know that, then you better make yourself know that. And how to make money, there's so many books online about how to make money, how many businesses you can start. Learn. Nobody comes out of the womb knowing how to ride a bike, knowing how to speak English. You're not born speaking your language. You're not born walking. You're not born riding a bike. You're not born reading. You had to learn all of that. You're not born knowing money. You're not born knowing how to make it. You're not born knowing how to get an agent or how to be an actor. You have to learn it, right? I'm just wondering my type. You tried to find it for a year and a half. I've said it already in the beginning of this call, but think of what you already are. Someone's daughter, son, mother, brother, sister, best friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, and if you're a student, and let's say you're a student, then what kind of conversation would you be having? You'd have a clip of you as a student talking to another student, talking to a teacher, talking to your parents about school. That would be a clip you create, right? I'm going to show you an example of an acting clip. Here's an example of a clip you can create, this kind of clip at home. There, example of a clip. Okay, let's see what. Oh, how do I get out of iPop? I don't know. Is the Seattle Talent Agency a scam? I don't know. I have an agent and we'll be getting a publicist soon. When do I need a talent manager? When you feel like you want somebody to help take your career to the next, build your package more, or sometimes managers help you get auditions. Some people have a manager, some people don't. You don't need a manager. You need a talent agent for sure. There's a lot of scams going on in the business. I know. So just in third countries about acting, I know. And stay away from those. Those are companies that come in on the radio and they say, hey, you want to be on Disney and Nickelodeon? You want to be a star? You want to be on ABC? Get an agent or manager? But listen, agents and managers in LA don't sign actors that live in Ghana or France we're not going to sign an actor that lives in South America. If you live in South America, you need to build your career in South America, because we're not going to be working with you if you're living out of the country. Like the stars maybe, yes. New actors, no. Yes, you can book jobs with braces. People have braces in life. Can I audition for roles in the US? You can audition for roles in the US. Here's the thing. If you audition for a project, every project has a budget. Every project has a budget. So if the budget can afford to hire actors only in their state, and they're not paying for hotels for everybody, and that means you're a local hire. They don't have the money to fly people in or put them in hotels. So that's why they say local hire. But if the show has the money to fly you in from another country or to put you up in a hotel, they will open the casting up to out-of-state or out-of-country actors. So, for example, the show Homeland, which is about, a CIA agent, they had to cast actors from all over the world for that show. So that means they were auditioning people on tape from all over the world. And you could get flown in, because they have the money for that, and be on the show. They fly you in, put you in a hotel, you work your show on the show, you go back to your country. So that's possible. Could an agent represent you? Sure, but you'll start usually with an agent in your own country. Now, once you start getting flown in for jobs, maybe agents might want to work with you. But if you're brand new with no credits, start in your own city, your own country, your own state. So like Jackson Lou just said, do I need to immigrate to America to be an actor in Hollywood? First, be an actor where you are. Where are you? Start by getting short films, student films, web series, do theater, training, get your headshots, acting clips, build a package, something that you can sell yourself with. If you don't know how to do all this, you should be taking my course. Hollywood Winners Circle, Master Course for Actors. It is the #1 course in the world. It is recommended by agents, managers, casting directors, working actors on television, every actor taking it. It's going to teach you where to train, who to train with, how to get headshots, how to get acting clips, how to get an agent, how to get work. It's the best training you could ever have as an actor, the best. And I'm not talking about acting training, because I'm not teaching you acting. I'm teaching you how to build a freaking acting career, a business. Let me put the link here if you want to take the course. You should take it. Every actor should take it. Every single actor should take it. Let's see, do I need to immigrate? It seems like you get a role, you need experience, but how do I get experience? I need to get a role. Okay, Grant, you're overthinking stuff, okay? Get training, create your Actors Access profile, put your headshots up there, put an acting clip up there, and start auditioning for projects. Then you'll book a role, then you'll have experience. The experience when you start is the training. When you're brand new, say a student is doing a student film. They're not going to hire Tom Cruise for that. They don't have the money. Okay, he makes $20 million a picture. If you're in film school and you need an actor, you're going to get some actor to do it for free. That's how you get experience, okay? You're going to start on small projects that they don't pay you, but that's how you get experience. So you need to train, then get headshots, then get acting clips. If you want to learn how to do those right, I suggest you take my course so you learn how to do them right. Hi, Wendy, I'm in a wheelchair. Hi, Jessica. Not wheelchair bound, but I'm wondering if Hollywood would accept me in this business to start acting, or is there a liability? Listen, every single role is not for walking people or people in a wheelchair. You can work in a wheelchair. There are actors that work in a wheelchair. There's an actor I know named Paul Ford. He's in a wheelchair. He's wheelchair bound. He's signed with, let me figure it out. Hold on a second. I'm going to tell you the name of their agency. She signs people with disabilities too a lot. So does KMR. But let me type in Paul. Hold on one second. Paul Ford. Oh, there he is. And he's actually in his wheelchair on IMDb Pro. And he's signed with CC Associates. They are C Talent. Let's call it C Talent, because that's what her name is Kat She's so freaking awesome. This is such a great agent. No, she's a manager. Oh man, she's an agent, I think, in LA, but she's a manager in United States. So I'm putting you her info right here. It's in there. Okay. Let me keep looking at everything you guys are saying. What's the average price of acting classes? $300 to $400 a month. Who are some of the stars that you work with and have sex? I've worked with so many stars over the years. I don't really think that's, I mean, I can tell you I've worked with Neil Patrick Harris, Whoopi Goldberg. I mean, who would you know? I haven't worked with the people you know probably because they're all from the people I grew up watching on television. So probably not in your memory. Let's see, I'm from Australia. That's good. Hey, Wendy, would love to take your course. I'm wondering if I'm too old as a 32-year-old female. You're not too old, Jade. I have people taking my course that are in the 30s, 50s, 60s, 70s. The bottom line is, listen, every single actor has to get their package together. My course teaches you how to do that. But every actor's career is different. Nobody has the same career. There's no one way to success. Nobody's career looks exactly the same. There's not only one teacher that's good. You know, there's many ways to do this. But one thing that is the same is that everybody has to have the foundation of training, headshots, and resumes, and acting clips, which are proof that you can act. So think of it like a neighborhood. You might have 20 different houses, and they all have different colors and different shutters and different roofs and different windows, different kitchen design, different layout, but they all have a foundation. They all have walls and a bathroom and a kitchen, and they all have a roof. So the foundation is the same. Doesn't matter where you are in the world or what country you're in or what state or city or small town. The foundation of a house for acting is the same. What's different is what shows you book, what agents you sign with, what trainer you have, you know, what jobs you don't book. Your path will be different, but the foundation's the same. And actors who are new have no idea how to create the foundation because you don't learn it in acting school. That's why I created the Hollywood Winner's Circle Academy, to teach you the foundation. Once you know how to act, you need to put that into a package, and then that's what agents are looking for. They don't want to sign actors who don't have a package, because what will they sell you with? You, as an actor, are responsible for taking your product, and packaging it. That means showing them. If you sing, you have singing clips. If you dance, you have a dancing clip. If you speak different languages, you have clips for that. If you're funny, you have a comedy clip. If you're serious and play serious roles, you have that. If you do action movies, you have an action clip. If you shoot, you have a shooting clip. You ride horses, you have that. You have to have scenes. When you take your headshots, you cannot take it with one expression in every outfit. You need emotions, a variety of emotions. Now, I can tell you all this in 10 minutes, an hour, but you have to do it. It's a lot of work. So instead of just hearing this and going, okay, now I know all this, but it's a lot, I don't even remember, take the course. It will walk you step by step through each of the things I'm talking about. And you'll be in a group of people, thousands of people who are also taking the course from all over the world. And they're helping each other. They're doing auditions with each other, creating footage with each other, writing together. And every Friday I go live and I answer questions and I bring in guests into the Facebook group. I mean, I get so excited because I bring in like working actors that you see on TV. I bring in casting directors, agents, managers. People will teach you what you need to know. And it's the best place for an actor to be in my course, the best. I wouldn't tell you that if it wasn't true. And I know it's the best because I created it. So I know it's good. How do you know a casting call is not a scam? Well, you can look them up on IMDb Pro and see if they've cast other things. That's one way. If they're asking you for money for an audition, it's a scam. I live in Greece. Can I send tapes for auditioning in LA? Yeah, you can send tapes. And if they're interested in you, and if they have the budget to hire you, then you could be considered for the job. If there's no budget to hire someone from another country, then you'd have to get yourself to America, which means, you need a work permit. People can't just come from the other parts of the world and just work here without a permit. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Lane. I'm beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate that. Where should I go if you want to be a director, writer, or producer? Go to film school. And you should also start making your own short films. Get with some friends that have cameras. You guys have great questions. I love it. You know, you got to be 18 to take the winner's circle as an adult. If you want to take it with your parent, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, guys, you guys have lots of questions. I'm going to keep answering them, though. You know what I'm saying? And you're welcome. I'm happy to do this. Okay, let's keep going. Actors with autism. You know what? Pink Diamond, are you watching that show, Love on the Spectrum? If you're not watching that show, girl, you need to watch it. I love it. There's all these people, all autism, and they're dating. And I just love it. I love that show. But listen, take acting classes. This is no different just because you have autism. You still have to take acting classes. You still need headshots. You still need acting clips. You still need to get experience. You know, and some roles you're going to get and some roles you're not, just like any other actor. Where do the Bahamas fit in this? Well, Papa Gee, let me tell you. You're close to the U.S., but you're not in the U.S. You can make your own project. You guys, there's not much project here, but make your own then. Listen, if I write, you can write with a writer who's in the United States. You can create a web series and put it on YouTube or Vimeo, and then that could get picked up by Netflix. Being in other countries, it doesn't matter anymore. You can do anything on YouTube right now. How many of you are all over the world watching me? I'm in California. We're having a conversation through the internet. This was not possible 30 years ago. You never would meet me, right? Unless you lived in LA. And even then, I don't meet 99% of the actors here because I would only manage a fraction of them. But here you are talking to one of the top people in the business because of the internet. It's the same when you create your own project, right? You can create a web series, put it on YouTube, market it, hire actors to be in it, whatever. It could be so good that Amazon picks it up, Hulu picks it up. You could create a career from anywhere in the world. You got to be talented and work with talented people and put together some interesting concept that people want to watch. You might not get there with your first series. You might do 2, 3, 4 series, and then the fourth one works. You know, so you can do it from anywhere in the world, Papa G, even Bahamas. Do I have to be homeschooled to be an actor? No. Should I study theater in university or something else? Always study business. I can't tell you how many people graduate from Yale Drama School or NYU or any kind of top acting school with a degree in theater, and they have no idea what I teach in my business course. None. And they have to learn all of that. Their careers go absolutely nowhere because they have no idea what they're doing. They can act, but they don't know how to put a package together. And I know that because one of my graduates, one of the people in my Winner's Circle course graduated from Yale Drama School. And he has said he never learned anything I taught in the course. And every actor has to do what I'm teaching in the course. There's no way around it. You have to do it. There used to be a studio system in place. Remember years ago, it was before your time, before 99% of you were born. You don't remember. Your grandparents, ask them. They used to watch the movies in the 40s. And there used to be 7 main studios. 7 studios. And all of those studios owned the actors. They had some, or was it 5 studios? Yeah, 5 studios. And they had 7-year contracts. That's what it was. 5 studios, they had 7-year contracts with the actors. So they would sign their star or their brand new actor for 7 years, and they would do movie after movie after movie. And they would put that actor in background roles, small roles, leading roles. They'd move them all around. And that actor could only do pictures for that studio. Sometimes they would lend them out to another studio, but they had to get a special contract for that. The studio trained them, groomed them, taught them dancing, taught them language, taught them how to walk and interview and stand. They would put them with people to make them look like they were dating, even if they were gay. They didn't want them to know that in the public. So they'd set that actor up with dates with all the other starlets. They managed the career of the actor. And the actors had agents. And the agent would look at the scripts and decide if it was a good project that they would want to do. Now, at some point, the studio system, it was called, and you can Google it, was collapsed. It collapsed. Look it up on Wikipedia. The studio system collapsed. That means nobody was grooming those actors anymore, teaching them all that stuff, the stuff that comes after the acting training. Nobody was teaching them. So agents were agenting. That means they had all their stars, no studio system grooming anyone. They had stars, and they were just getting them work and putting them in projects. And then there were new actors. A lot of those agencies wouldn't take new actors because they don't know what they're doing. There's no studio system to teach them. Okay, they would take on a couple. They're called developmental clients. That means the roster would have like 90% actors that are working, and 10% they have to work with to get them their headshots and their acting clips and get them studio screen tests and introduce them to casting and all that stuff. But agencies don't make money on actors that don't work. So 90% of their roster are the actors that are working, and 10% are new actors. But what about all those other actors out there that are not being picked for that little 10%? What happens to them? See, that's the problem. Those actors are desperately trying to get into these agencies that only takes 10% of new people. And they're not ready to be at that level. And they were lost in that place for years. I'd say 20 years. Managers were managing music people, music acts, rock stars, like Elvis Presley and the Captain. You know, managers managed movie stars, not actors. Eventually, they started to manage actors. So then there was managers that came in, and they started picking up where the studio system left off. They started teaching the actors, here's what classes you should take, and here's how you do press interviews, and this is how you do publicity. Here's how you get your headshots, and here's how you get your demo reels, and this is how you do an acting career. They picked up where the studio system left off. Great. But they only sign a percentage of people. And managers also only make money if the actor books. So what about, and managers only represent 50 people. Agencies might have 1,500. A manager only has 50. There are 50,000 actors who want to be an actor today. The manager doesn't have time to teach 50,000 actors what they need to know. They only work with the 50 on their roster. So what about all those other actors who don't know what to do? Oh, well, that's how the business has treated them. Oh, well. Honestly, when I started doing my YouTube videos and I was teaching what studios do with actors, what managers do with actors, what that little part of the agency does with the actors they sign, I'm teaching you all that. My friends that are agents would say, let them figure it out themselves. I said, that's what's been happening in the business for 20 years, letting them figure it out themselves. You're losing all of these tremendously talented, beautiful people because nobody wants to sign you. Nobody wants to sign them because they don't have experience. Nobody's helping them get great headshots or great demo reels or great acting clips. So I invented the Hollywood Winner's Circle Academy to fill the space where the studio system collapsed and to help all the actors that are not signed yet and don't have a manager to guide you. Do you understand? So that's why you take the course, so that you can get ready, become more marketable. I promise you, if you take the course, you're going to be so much more marketable. Your materials are going to be so much better. Agents and managers are going to want to look at those materials. You're going to know what you're doing because I'm filling the gap of what the studio used to do for the actor. Now you understand. That's the business side. You have to take, so if you're taking classes in university or whoever's watching and you're going to take classes, don't just take acting because it's called show business. It should be called, like Denzel Washington said, I've said it for years, business of show. But the other day I heard an interview and he said it should be called business of show. And I was like, yep, business of show, because you're going to do 90% business and 10% acting. I decided to take entrepreneurship to help me with the business side and learn about how to market myself. Yes, that was a good move. You said, was that a good move? Yes. When you become an actor, you are opening up your own business. It's called a sole proprietorship. You are the one person running your business, but you are also the product. So it's not like you're opening up a business and you sell cups. Okay, you're opening up a business and you're selling you. And now you're responsible for packaging your product, designing it, creating the images of it, making, like if I was going to sell this cup, I need to take pictures of it using the best lighting. I would like to have a video of someone drinking from it and being very happy about the cup. You are responsible. You become your own marketing person. I'm sorry, do you know how to market? That's what the course teaches you, my course. You have to take headshots and make sure you get the right headshots. Do you know what headshots should look like? Like, who taught you that? You weren't born knowing that, So you have to become, like, you have to wear all these hats. How do you market yourself? How do you network? How do you build clips? How do you build relationships with casting directors? You got to learn how to do that. You weren't born knowing how to do that, humans. Jess Anderson Talent Agency. I don't know. Go to their website. Caleb, go to their, if you see somebody like, I'm going to tell you, that's just a stupid question. Recommendations for people in Atlanta. What kind, about what? About what? Recommendations about what? Acting classes, headshots, acting schools, doing theater. What do you want to know? Be specific. That's just a ridiculous question. So Jess Anderson Talent Agency in Florida. I would look on their Facebook page, and I would look at some of the other actors that if they're posting things that are booking, this actor's booking, that actor's booking. I would Facebook message one of those actors and ask them what they think about that agency. Ask the actors what they think about the agency. And also go on IMDb Pro and look them up and see if they have a roster of clients. Do you think it makes it easier in the business you have lighter skin? I don't think that. I think all skin colors work in this business. Is it smart to do an acting study, or should I study something else? Study acting and study business. But that's for acting. For your acting career, you take acting classes, you take the business of acting classes. Okay, that's what I teach in my course, the business of acting. And you have acting classes. That's the acting part of it. Now you need something that you can make money at. So you better have a skill, a trade, something that you can earn money at. Maybe you have an online business. Maybe you teach yoga. Maybe you do bookkeeping for people. Maybe you're a CPA and you do taxes. Whatever your money, you own real estate, you do investments, you own property, and you have your tenants in there paying the rent. However you make money, you have your acting business. Okay, so you have your acting business, and you have to train in the business part of it, which was non-existent before my course, and you have to train in the acting part of it. You have to have that. If you want to make it in this business, you have to have those two things. Then you have to have whatever career you're going to do that makes you the money, because most actors don't make their money acting. They don't make enough to pay all their bills, okay? I do consultations for everybody, for all kinds of people, but don't, if you can find answers in the videos that I do, watch my videos. Watch my videos. There's plenty of videos. You don't need to pay me for a consultation. A consultation with me is $395. Don't spend that on a consultation. I've got 5 or 6 right now. I've got 5 or 6 videos on YouTube about how to be a singer. I have a blog. Type in 21 ways to start your singing career. I don't need your $395. Keep it. And watch the videos about how to become a singer and do what it says. That will get you started as a singer. You don't even need to talk to me. Do you have advice for an actress okay, let's see. What's the best way to put yourself in character? Take acting classes and learn how to do it. Is it wise to email your resume or headshot to a talent agent? Yes, you can. Robin Spiller. You don't have to wait to meet them, and you shouldn't wait to meet people. Nobody's coming to look for you. Like, nobody's going to come and give you an acting career. You got to put yourself out there. I have a non-exclusive agent, is Adam Trejo. I have a non-exclusive agent. An exclusive agent wanted to sign me, but didn't because I just needed to be signed by one agent. Do you recommend one over the other? I don't know who they are, so I don't recommend anything. But there's different ways that agents sign actors. Sometimes they do something called hip pocketing, and that means I'm going to test you out for a little while and see if you book anything. And then if you book something, I'll sign you. But if I'm working with you and you don't book anything, we can just go our separate ways, right? In Florida, it's non-exclusive. That's a right to work state. And a lot of times an actor might have 3 agencies that submit them. And whoever gets the job first, that's the agent that earns the commission. But I don't have any opinion about an agency I don't know anything about. You're welcome, Amelia. I'm happy to do this. How many acting clips does an aspiring actor need to start selling themselves? Christian, nice question. So I always say this, like, look at me, okay? I'm going to play a nurse, someone's mom, a teacher, a daughter. I have elderly parents. So maybe I'm talking to somebody about putting my mother in a home, God forbid. Anyway, my point is, look at what you are. And then you need a couple clips to start. So let's say I play a best friend. I want a clip of my playing a best friend talking to another actor. So I could do a self-tape with my iPhone on my tripod, lighting. I have 2 box lights here. Me talking to another friend who's an actor, and she's off camera, and we're best friends, and we're having a conversation. I'm trying to tell her not to get involved with that guy. That's the wrong guy for her. I know it, right? I need a drama. I need a comedy as a best friend. So a drama clip and a comedy clip. Now, I've got those. Say I shot those. I found the material. I had someone write it, or I picked a piece off of TV and I got a script. And now I've done my best friend, drama, comedy. I upload both of those clips to Actors Access. Now I play a nurse. I need a nurse clip. Who does a nurse talk to? I'm going to be talking to a doctor with medical jargon, and I gave him CCCs of Ativan. We gave him a DC, whatever. I give him a DNR and whatever. Or I'm talking to another nurse, or I'm talking to the patient. Sir, it's going to be okay. We're just going to run some tests, and we'll have the results back. But right now, you just need to lay down and relax. Everything's going to be all right. Your mother is here. Whatever. I'm having a conversation with the patient. I need a drama as a nurse. I need a comedy clip as a nurse. That's just 30 seconds of each. A clip only needs to be 30 seconds. When you're starting out, you don't need a reel. Write that down in big letters. You don't need a reel. We don't need a reel for television. Casting directors watch 4 seconds. I had a casting director in my Winner Circle group, my private Facebook group, where the people taking my course, and I bring agents and managers and casting directors. I had the casting director from Homeland in there yesterday. She talked for 2 hours teaching people about the business. Amazing conversation. Anywho, she said, if I don't like you in 4 seconds, I'm not going to like you in 40. I was like, oh. If I don't like you in 4 seconds, I'm not going to like you in 40. They look at 10 seconds, I always say. 10 seconds of your clip. That's it. So, next teacher. I play a teacher. I need a clip. Who do I talk to? I'm talking to someone off camera. It's a student. I might be talking to a parent about how their student is not doing well in class this semester. I might be talking to the principal about I need more money for my budget. I might be having a flirtation. I don't know. Or talking with my coworker about something. But I'm a teacher. I need a comedy clip as a teacher and a dramatic clip as a teacher, right? So that's 6 clips already. I've got 2 as a nurse, 2 as a social worker, 2 as a teacher. I play a cop a lot. I need a comedy clip as a cop, a dramatic clip as a cop. So how many can you start with? Start with 1. Get your drama clip as a daughter or a son. Then get your comedy clip as a daughter or son. Then get your drama clip as a boyfriend or girlfriend. Then your comedy clip is that. Then if you're a student, get your next clip. Then get your next clip. And you build a clip library. It's about having 20 clips to choose from. So when you're reading the breakdowns and you're like, this one's calling for a mean cop. I got a clip, dramatic clip where I'm not a nice cop. Pick that cop picture, my cop clip, send that to casting. So you need a clip library and a photo library. We don't go with 1 or 2 headshots anymore. That's the old way. What I'm teaching you is the new way, today's way, okay? That was the old way. 1 smiley headshot and 1 serious headshot. It didn't even need to be in your different types. That is not how it works anymore. Now you need in your types, as a cop and a detective, That's a different picture than mom or dad. Those are different outfits. If you're an athletic coach, that's a different outfit than an athlete. I'm sorry, than a lawyer. Athletic coach, you're wearing some athletic wear. The lawyer, you're wearing a suit. But there's different kinds of lawyers. There's serious lawyers that will rip companies apart. There's friendly, helpful lawyers. There's different kinds of moms. There's a mean mom. There's a sweet mom. There's a scared mom. There's a sarcastic mom. So when you're wearing your mom outfit or you're a student outfit, you should go through different emotions. All students aren't always nice. Maybe you're mean. Maybe you're smart, geeky, nerdy. Maybe you're, what are these things called? Goth, emo. You have different kinds of students. You need different kinds of pictures, right? They're not teaching you this in acting class. In acting class, they're teaching you how to act. So if you really want to be in this business and you really want to learn how to make it, how to build your package, you should be training with me on a weekly basis. When you take my course, you get lifetime access to it. It's $80 a month for 6 months. You pay $80 for 6 months. You've got lifetime access to the training forever and ever. If you buy the course at one time, it's like $395. That's the same as it costs for 1 month of acting classes. The difference is when that month is over, you'll still have my course. And you can watch the videos. There's 65 training videos, and you can watch it over and year after year. Keep learning and using the different levels and keep training. It's 1 month of classes. You're paying for 1 month, but you're getting a lifetime of training. So it's stupid if you don't buy it. Honestly, you won't even be on television or film probably. You're just going to be talking about it in 5 years. Blah, 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 I want to be an actor. You know, I know that because I've been a manager for years and I've seen people submit year after year after year. They never get anywhere. That's why I created the course, so that you don't lose, so that you can be a winner, you know, because there's losers in this business and there's losers in life. And when you take the course, you get all the changes and upgrades. I'm always upgrading it and adding new content. We're adding a whole bunch of new content coming up. So you get access to all that for free. And you get 3 months for free in my private group, which means you train with me like this in a group setting every Friday for an hour and a half, 2 hours. Sometimes I'm 6 hours in there coaching. I'll go over your materials. I'll look at your clips. I'll look at your headshots. We'll talk about your materials. And you'll learn from all the other people that I bring in. So if you don't get this course, I'd say you're stupid. It's stupid. It's like I don't even believe you want to be an actor. Because if you say, I want to be a doctor, and I say, well, then you need to go to med school. And you go, oh, I don't know about going to med school. Then you don't want to be a doctor. You want to hope you want to be a doctor. You just want to sit around hoping to be a doctor. We say, well, I took some classes in med school. I took a couple of doctor classes. But did you finish med school? No. Then you're not going to be a doctor. It's like, I want to be a lawyer. Okay, you need to go to law school. No, I can do it on my own. I'm self-taught. You stupid ass. You're not going to be a lawyer self-taught. All right. What do I need to do? You need to take classes that prepare you for law school. They're called prerequisites. Take those first so that you can get into law school. You need to take the LSAT, which means you have to prove you can be in law school and pass the LSAT to get accepted. And then you take this class. You go to law school for 3 years. And then what do? You have to pass the bar. Oh, no, I can do it without passing the bar. No, you can't. You can't practice law until you pass the bar. So you're just stupid if you think you're going to be a lawyer without passing the bar. You got to pass the bar. Oh, then what? Then you can open your own practice. Oh, well, I want to do it a different way. Okay, good luck with that. If you move to a different state, you need to take the bar in a different state. You can't practice in a different state with the bar from the other state. Oh, yes, I can. No, you can't. It's against the law. There are certain things you just are not. Yes, you could say, I can figure this all out myself, Wendy. Good luck. Good luck. I'm working with people that really want to be actors, that are not trying to waste their time figuring out how to do law without going to law school. Those people are never going to be lawyers, you know. And people who are trying to figure this out on their own, I'm a manager. That means I've seen tens of thousands of submissions from people trying to figure it out on their own. And you know where they are? Nowhere. Because only a handful get lucky enough to get signed to an agency because they happen to have the right look. The rest of the people are shit out of luck. That's why I created the course, because I don't want those people to be shit out of luck. I want you to have success. It's the only reason that I did it. I don't have to create the course. I think you understand what I'm saying. I am intense. Like it or leave it. I don't care what you think. Where should I go if I want to be a director, writer, or producer? Film school. If I wear glasses, do I need to take them off in order to get headshots? No, but you can take your glasses. You can get, first of all, let me show you. I have glasses. Do you see how I have, there's glare? But if I just tilt my glasses up a little on my ear, I can make the glare go away. There's the glare. Tilt them up a little bit on my face, no glare, right? When you take your headshots, some people also pop them out of the frame and take your picture with your glasses on or off. But you should have, if you wear glasses, you should have pictures with glasses, without glasses. If you're a man and you have facial hair, you should have pictures without the facial hair, with just the mustache, with the facial hair, you know. Do I have any advice for actresses? Okay. Can I talk about 3 Artist Agency? What do you want to know about them? Do you need acting experience to take my course? You don't need experience to take the business course. You have to learn how to act if you want to be an actor. I will tell you this right now. If you've never taken an acting course, do not take my course. You're not ready for it. You're not ready for it because you don't even know if you like acting. Okay, my course is for people that want to become a professional working actor in TV and film. They already know that. They already know that. Okay, so that's why they take my course. If you don't know that you even like acting yet, you don't take my course. Don't spend the money. You're not ready, right? You have to start with acting classes and see if you like acting. In fact, see if you love acting. If you love acting so much you can't live without it, then you need my course. But if you don't feel that way about acting, you don't need my course. How to write a great email when asking for representation. Well, Perry, a great email is one that gives them the tools they're going to need, which is a link to great headshots, a link to your acting clips on YouTube, a link to your actor's profile with all your clips and your resume and your headshots, and it just basically, what's special about you? You know, for me, I play 35 to 50. 36, 7 to 50. I play a nurse, a cop, a teacher, a mom, a social worker. I've been training at Lee Strasberg Theater Institute. I've done tons of television and film, whatever. You can see that in my resume. I don't even have to mention that. Okay, so I live in Los Angeles. Here's a link to my Actors Access, my LA casting, my website, and my acting clips. If you think that I could be a fit for your roster, let's set up a meeting. I don't need to go into the story of who I am and one day I wanted to be an actor and someday if I could be a singer and nobody wants to hire anyone that sounds like that. So if you're thinking of how to write cover letters to agents or managers, don't beg. The first thing we're going to do is throw it in the trash. We don't like beggars. We want confident people. Am I a talent agent? I was a talent agent. At this moment, I'm learning behind the camera and making my own content. Good, Brandon. Great way to learn. What if you're a kid and want to be an actor? What about it? That's not a question. That's like saying, what if I'm a human and I want to walk? I don't know. What are you really trying to ask? Do you recommend taking remote work from home roles? Sure. Why not? I'm a music producer and do acting as well. Try to apply into acting university right now and go for social media campaigns. Should I create a website with both your skills? Yes, Daniel. I thought only able-bodied people were able to play. What? I just lost that question. I think she said only able. I lost the question. I lost it. I thought, only able-bodied actors played people in wheelchairs. That's not true, Jessica. How can I start acting in a country that doesn't support acting and art in general? Create your own content. Take online film courses. Get a camera, learn how to shoot things, learn how to edit, Create your own content, submit it to film festivals, put it on YouTube, create a web series. Is it an advantage to have a lot of special skills like contortion? If they need someone who can do contortion, then they need people who can do contortion. So if you can do contortion and other people can't, then you would be more likely qualified for that role. What are the best acting classes online for experience? Scroll through the thing. I put 5 of them in there. Should I have experience in English? Yes, you should. If you want any English roles before coming to USA, anybody who's from a different country, I love you too. I love you too, Asio. Any actor who wants to come into this country acting in American projects should speak English. Now, it doesn't mean you can't speak your own language. You can speak your own language sometimes in our films. You can speak your own language in your country's films. When you speak English with an accent, sometimes that accent, we'll need that for roles in our country. But if you're going to play an American, you need an American accent. Or you're going to play an American with a foreign accent, which means you were born in a foreign country. But if you want to play an American-born actor, American-born character who sounds like an American, you need to speak American. Just kidding. You need, like Australian actors, they don't lose their Australian accent, but they learn an American one. Or British actors, they don't lose their British accent, they learn an American one. So when they stop talking with the American accent, they sound British. So you need to learn the language of the country that you want to work in. I'm in 12th grade. I just lost something. Can you apply during COVID? To what, Julie? Julie, can you apply during COVID? Can you apply during COVID? Can you apply during COVID? You're going to ask me that 25,000 times until you get my attention? You know what I say? Fuck that. I'm not answering it now. It annoys me. All right, I'm going to move on. How can you become an actor? Because I'm already doing theater acting. And I was wondering, how do I go for auditions when I'm just starting out? How can I become an actor? Training. Keep doing theater. Sign up for backstage.com. And Actors Access, and submit to projects. How to submit your content to film festivals. Okay, so if you go to filmfreeway.com, filmfreeway.com, what you'll see is all the different festivals that you can apply for free. Okay, the girl said goodbye. 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 Go. I have no time for you. Is there any way you can apply to agencies as a minor without parents? Is there any way you could apply to agencies as a minor without parents? No. You have to, listen, if you want to be an actor and you're underage, your parents are going to have to agree to this. You can't just go doing things without a parent. In fact, you should be having a parent sit next to you right now. The links, yes, that I attached in the description. Yes, Violet, 1996. How old do I have to be to take my course? 18. I love acting. I can do it perfectly normal. Okay, I just lost that question. I'm so sorry. It just jumped. Oh my God, so many questions. I love acting. I can do it perfectly normal with strangers. When it comes to family, I get shy, but I'm 100% confident with others other than my family. Keep taking acting classes. You'll get over the shyness, and why do you have to act with your family? Okay, you said you don't need a reel. That means you can film yourself acting in some roles, cut it yourself, and edit as a reel. Yes, Danielle. Yes, you can add it, do it like a self-tape. I should have a blank wall behind me, my phone on the tripod. I'm talking to an actor. I'm having an intense conversation about it. And that's all they need to see. It just needs to be believable. Okay, and dress to suggest the role. So I'm going to be a nurse. I'm not going to wear this, right? Would you say an arts specialized high school? Yeah, it's good experience, Munzia. Munzia Mahabub. I like that name. Yes, art specialized high school arts. You're an artist. Definitely where you should be, honey. Is there an acting coach in Seattle that you might recommend? Gina, hi, honey. I would say any of the coaches that are online coaching, and I'll write some more here. I'll give you some more. Let me give you some more coaches. All right, kids? I'll give you some more coaches. Howard Fine, Margie Haber, BGB Studios, John Rosenfeld, Clay, Clay, can't remember. Doug Warhit, Darren Warren. You can Google any of these people. Matt Newton, Ivana Chubbuck, Larry Moss, Judy Kane. Oops, I spelled Judy wrong. Judy Kane. James Ciccone, Amy Linden, Melissa Scoff, Kimberly Graham, Joanne Barron. For commercials, Mike Pointer, Terry Burland, Judy Kane again, Killian, no. Comedy, Scott Sedita, Leslie Hahn, Improv, Groundlings, Upright Citizens Brigade, Second City, Cold Reading, that was the Warhit, more acting teachers, Clay Banks, House West, Beverly Hills House, William Esper Studios. That's William, he died this year, but his technique is still strong. He's got great teachers. William Esper Studios, Actor Site. Okay. I just gave you 20 teachers. Train with any of them. All right. How do I become an actor? I'm not doing that again. Advice for actors with anxiety. Meditate. Breathe. Learn to calm down. You have to be in charge of your mental state. And fear and worrying in an audition means you're thinking about yourself and not the character. You gotta think about the character. There's less than 200 people in here. We can all get questions answered if we chill. Very true. Unless someone irritates me too much, and then I'm just going to hang up. So hopefully nobody will do that. Hi, Wendy. I will be joining Rod Rowland's class very soon. Smart. Good. And you're going to join mine. Good. I'll see you there. I look forward to working with you. I like intelligent people. Is there any way you can apply to agencies as a minor without parents? No. The links attached. Yes. All right. Here we go. Oh, God. So many questions. Okay. As the live chat makes former messages disappear when you close out of it. All right, I'll stay in it for a little while. Go through and catch your info. If we have an idea for a film name, can we name the movie ourselves? Yes. Backstage is my main source. Any others? Actors Access. Wendy, I'm not living in, this is Jose. I'm not living in the US and I wanted to know if we don't need a green card. Yes, you need, well, you might not need a green card to work in the US, but you need a work permit. You need a work visa. If you're in another country and you come here and study in an acting school like Stella Adler Academy or something, you will get a student visa. And that will not allow you to work. You could do free work. You could work on free student films and things, but you can't get paid. You have to go through an immigration attorney. Here's the name of an immigration Kate Raynor and Associates. If you're trying to get into the country and you want to come, Kate Raynor and Associates. She will tell you what you need to do to get into this country and work. Some of you are wondering why she's so intense, but she's out here asking things she's asked millions of times in her videos. Makes sense to meet her halfway. Lizzie, you are so right. And I'm intense. It's my personality. If you want to go work with someone not intense, there's the door. I am who I am. I'm not changing myself for anybody, and neither should you. I am excited about what I do. I love what I teach. I love helping actors, and no one gives you this kind of time, energy, information, guidance, passion, and wants to help you like I do. No one in this business. No one. So I'm very excited about what I do, and I care about your success. If I don't want to be like, hey, maybe you want to be an actor. Good luck, go for it. It's not going to get you there. And a lot of you need a wake-up call because you think this career is going to come flying out of space and just like, bam, you have an acting career. You're just wrong, right? Should I put singing as a special skill? Yes, even if you just want to act for TV and film. My friend James booked a role in The Joker because he played the trumpet. You should, sometimes casting directors will type in, because they can type in, they want someone who can do the flamenco. And every actor on Actors Access that typed flamenco, their profile will come up. And if they do flamenco, they should have a clip there that says they're doing flamenco. And that way, they can just look and see your dance skills. So whatever it is you can do, someone said they were a contortionist, have a clip of you doing the contortion stuff. All right. My technique brings up, listen, my course is not an acting training course. I'm not teaching you Meisner or method or Alexander technique or Stanislavski. I'm not teaching you acting. I'm teaching you what you need to know beyond the acting part. It's called show business, teaching you the business. If you don't know the business, you're not going to have a career. Madonna knew how to sing, but she also was a great businesswoman, and she opened up her own record label, and she was able to sign so many artists and develop so many artists because she's a businesswoman too. Most actors who are successful have a production company and they run a business. They have their own business as an actor, and they have a production company. Like I remember doing a reading for Morgan Freeman's company. He's always going through scripts and developing projects. They have people that work for them. They run a business. So you better understand business because the people at the top, they do. How do Brazilian actors get to jobs in the US? Start by training, then look for local work in your own country. You're in 12th grade, you're thinking about post-secondary options. Should I pursue acting if I keep losing inspiration? If you're not inspired in 12th grade, go do something else. You got to want to act more than anything else. You haven't even done it and you've lost inspiration. I don't know what you're losing inspiration for. You haven't even done anything yet. So maybe it's okay. Maybe acting is not your career. Acting is for people who would rather do acting than anything else in the world. So if you ever watch the movie Jaws, there's an actor there named Richard Dreyfuss. And Richard Dreyfuss said, I would be acting for free in Massachusetts, where he was from, I think, if I didn't make it as an actor. I'd still be acting for free doing theater. Acting is a calling. It's something that is calling you. And you're like, what? And you have to answer it, because you won't be happy doing anything else. Now, if you don't feel that way about acting, immediately turn around and go do something else, because this is a very hard business. There's a lot of business to learn. You need to invest a lot of money. It costs money for headshots, my class, acting classes, acting clips. It costs money. It's not free. You're opening up a business. And that means you have to invest in your business. Now, it's cheaper than owning a gas station, a McDonald's, which might cost $1 million, for a franchise. With acting business, you're going to spend, let's calculate what you spend on an acting business. And I'm going to include my course because you need it. So let's say you spend, in the beginning, $400 for the first month of training. Maybe you can find it for, let's say, most classes are like $300 to $400. You get 4 classes in a month. So And sometimes they're $50 a class. So wait a minute, I've seen $150 for 2 classes. So that's $300 a month for 4 classes. Okay. It takes more than a month to learn how to act. So let's say you're taking those classes for a year. 0, 0, 2 times 3 is 6. 1, 0, 0, 4, 3. $3,600 for 1 year of acting classes. That's 1 class. If you're taking 2 classes, you can double that. So 1 class is $3,600 a year. Now, need to invest in, that's the acting part of it. You need to invest in headshots. That's $500. But if you don't know how to take headshots, because you didn't take my course, you're not going to know your types. You're not going to know what to do in front of the camera. You're not going to dress right. And you're going to have to take your headshots again because they're not going to work. So you might be spending, there are people that come to my course, they've taken 2 or 3 or 4 headshot sessions and they didn't know what they were doing because they were guessing all the time. So at least $500 on your headshots. And if you have to do them again, that's another $500. But let's just say $500. Now you need to get your acting clips. Cost 22 cents a minute to upload clips. So you have 10 clips times 22. $220 for your clips. You need to upload your pictures. They're $10 a picture. You have 10 pictures. That's $100. Take my business course. That's $395. Let's just call it $400 because I don't want to. Now you're talking about $4,000, $4,500, $4,600, $4,700, $70. $4,770. 1 year of training, my business course, your headshots, your online clips, your online profiles. So let's just round it up to $5,000. It's going to cost you $5,000 to start your acting business. Are you clear? This is an acting business. So it's going to cost you to invest in your first year of acting $5,000. Let me ask, let's type into Google, how much is a McDonald's franchise? I'm going to put like 300,000. Oh no, those are, no. 2.2, 1 million. Okay. The total necessary investment to begin an operation of a McDonald's is 1.8 million to 2.2 million. Your acting business costs you $5,000 to start up, and McDonald's cost $1 million. Okay, let's put like list. Okay, there's something that said franchises starting at $30,000. Ace Hardware Store, Fit Body Boot Camp, School of Rock, Kumon, Minute Press, Home Care for the 21st Century, Mailbox Print and something or other, Sylvan Learning, Fast Signs. All these businesses called Togos, $100,000 minimum cash requirement. Here, I'll give you a list. I'll put it in the chat. How much does it cost to start a business? For those of you who don't know anything about business, oh wow, look at all these businesses you can start. When you buy a business, basically you're buying a business that already has a system in place. They've already developed their standards. They already have their materials. They know what works in sales and marketing. They've already developed the the product. Everything's already developed. It's ready to buy. Wow. Anytime Fitness, Axiom Learning. There's some Meineke Car Centers is $100,000. You know, all these things that you drive past every day, people have bought those businesses. Those are called franchises. Somebody developed the concept, but then they sell the concept to individual people that want to own a business. Now, the acting business is the least expensive, one of the least expensive businesses you can get in. But you still hear people bitching, $395, and we don't think I can afford that to buy your course. Oh my God, you're never going to be an actor if you can't spend $395 on a course. If you can't spend $500 on your pictures, $400 on your training every month, you're not going to be an actor because it's a business. It costs money, you know? So I don't know what to tell you guys. Those of you who are in my course, they are in the right place. They know what they're doing. They're going to work. But those of you who are running around scared to spend $500, I don't know how you're going to be in a business. I'm a new teenager, absolutely love acting. I want to practice more at it. What kind of things can you do at home? There's a free app called SceneBot. Scene, SCENE, SceneBot. And SceneBot is free. You can download it on your phone, and then you can start working with, they have like active scripts, and they have other actors who have already pre-recorded the other lines. They have people like Vanessa Morano from Switched at Birth. They have all kinds of famous young kid stars from Nickelodeon and Disney. And they're doing the other lines. And so you can just they're pre-recorded. You can just practice. Does an actress only get roles who are not runway beautiful? You don't have to be runway beautiful. Only runway beautiful is for people that play runway beautiful roles. Do you think doing a one-person show? Yes, it's a good experience. And Braylon, yes, you can include it on your resume. Any acting exercises you recommend daily? Yeah. Practice. Yeah, Jonathan, the return on investment for an actor is very low. You know what? It's so true. You spend $5,000 on your acting career, you'll be lucky if you make that back in the first year or two. It will take years to start making money back as an actor. But you know what? If you book, let's say you book 5 days on on a short film, they pay you $150 a day. All right, that paid your headshots back. Maybe you booked a commercial that paid you $500. That paid 1 month of your acting classes. You know, you go out and you book, what's it called? A short film. And they pay you $100 a day, and you work for 10 days. That's $1,000. That paid for my course and another month of your acting course, and maybe a couple of your videos uploading. That's how it comes out. You might make $10,000 in the first year. The people that make $1 million an episode or $100,000 an episode, they've been at it for years, you know, and they got real lucky. SceneBot. No, you spelled it wrong, Whitney. It's not Scene. Put the S in front of it. SCENE. SCENE. I just booked 2 national commercials. Should I start looking for an agent? Yeah, definitely, Whitney. Don't wait till they air. Use that, the leverage. Call some commercial agents and say, I just booked these 2 commercials. I need an agent. What I would have done was, as soon as I booked that commercial, I would have called agents saying, I just booked a commercial. I need an agent to represent me and close this deal. That way you make sure that you get more money, and that the agent is in charge of making sure that they pay bigger residuals, and that it's not a buyout, you know? Yes, Jonathan, acting is a risky business. Yeah, it's not guaranteed. You know, it's just not guaranteed. It's not a business you can guarantee. Where can I take some monologues for my self-tape? Look at monologueblogger.com. Monologue Blogger. I can show you examples of a lot of, take my free webinar. It happens twice a week or something. I do it on Wednesdays and Saturdays in the morning. And I'll give you more information. I am 14 but play older, and I was told that I probably won't book until I'm 18 because I'm so tall. I'm a trained dancer. Would you suggest dance commercials? Sure, why not? Do dance commercials. Do whatever you can do. Whatever your talent is, package it and market it. If I'm Mexican and 21, do I have a chance? Why wouldn't you have a chance? Because you're Mexican? You're human, are you? Are you talented? Are you trained? Get your package together. You have as much chance as anybody else. What you make in life, what you make out of your life determines your intention. Who do you want to be? What do you want to accomplish? That has to come from your soul and your heart. Envision it. Create a vision board. Put on your vision board the shows that you want to be on. You know, pictures of the shows you want to be on, the actors you want to work with. You can get wherever you want to go. Of course you can make it. Come on. You got to believe in yourself. Make some videos and you'll be famous. Yeah, right. For the acting profiles, what do we title the clips? Best friend. Yeah. Well, you title it comedy or drama, whichever it is, Brittany. And then best friend comedy, best friend drama. SceneBot stage app. Yes. Fly out of America. With the SceneBot stage app, when they said they would fly out there to talent to Hollywood, they're flying some of their talent out to Hollywood. They were. I don't know about now, but SceneBot is a great company. It's created by my friend Krisha Bullock, is a casting director, and her husband created that because they really love and care about actors, you know, and there's a lot of free stuff you can get on that app, and you can really benefit from it. And they are paying to have certain actors fly out for a showcase, and they were doing that. They'll probably do it again after COVID. Oh, Lord. $90, huh? Well, you know, Whitney MJ, put your Actors Access link there and I can take a look at it and tell you if it's any good. I'm 20-year-old based in Dubai. I have a question regarding my voice. It's extremely deep and majestic. The problem is it doesn't fit my age or the age role I want to be in. First of all, you can't just decide that you want to be in a role that unless you learn to speak with a higher voice. You know, there are many actors that can transform their voices into different sounds. Learn to lighten your voice. I can speak with a low voice, or I can speak with a high voice. Learn to speak with a different voice if that's not working for you. But I mean, if you can't get that under control, then people may not want to hire an actor with such a deep voice for younger roles. You know, there's not a lot you're going to do about that. Does having a drama degree help you in the business, Monel? I mean, we look at it and we say, oh, that means they're committed. They're not trying to be like, there's a lot of people on here who are like, I think I'm going to be an actor today. No, I'm going to be an actor tomorrow. I'm going to be on a television show. They have no idea what they're doing. When we look at a resume, if we see someone's been to drama school, at least we know they've been committed to this for quite a few years. It doesn't mean they're a great actor, because I've seen some really shitty actors at the Juilliard showcases. You know, it doesn't mean they're a great actor just because they went to drama school, but it means that they've had a certain level of commitment. But it also doesn't mean I'm giving them the audition, because they might not be right for the role. And it also doesn't mean I'm signing them just because they went to drama school, because somebody who didn't go to drama school might be more talented. And somebody does a better audition and I'm going with them and they didn't go to drama school. So it's not, the degree doesn't make or break your career. How do I know which agencies to trust and which are shady? Well, if you look on SAG, what's that called? SAG-AFTRA. They list all the reputable agencies. Makeup tips, girl, that's not my forte. I don't know, I use something called Orgasm. That's what it's called, actually. That's the blush and the highlighter I use. It's actually literally called Orgasm. I think I got it in Thailand. I can't remember. Let's see, what else are you guys saying? Can I put up? You can put your spotlight link, sure. I don't know if I'll see it because this thing goes skipping, but I'll look. I know you said we should try to do anything we can, so the remote work from home roles are still a go. Do whatever you can. You got to, you know, right now, I always tell people, don't be upset. First of all, be very upset about COVID because it's upsetting. I'm not saying don't be upset about COVID. I've had people that I love die from this. I'm not making light of that, believe me. What I'm saying is we're all stuck in this situation, so make the best out of that time. That means use it to train. The upside of COVID, if there are upsides in everything, you know. The upside when a beautiful flower dies is that it goes back into the earth and prepares the ground for the next things that are going to grow. I mean, the upside of COVID is that that trainers in New York and Atlanta and LA went on Zoom. People that have never been on Zoom in their life. And that means anybody can reach them from anywhere in the world, even Iceland. And you could be taking classes with Howard Fine. You know, so that's the upside of it. There's upside. You got to find the silver lining. If you can't get on set right now, okay, train like your life depends on it, because 5,000 people for one role means you better be good. Do I know a good acting coach for a big audition? Margie Haber. Is COVID making auditioning a chance for? Yes, Alicia, it's giving some other people, some international people a chance. Should I major in theater with a minor in film production or business? You should minor. You can major in theater, but you have to take business classes as well. You hear what I'm saying? Hold on. Hold on a second now. I gotta do a little something, you know what I'm saying? With this thing right here. Here we go. Let me keep reading your questions. What daily practice for home would you do? Well, listen, here's the thing. When you get an audition, you're going to get the sides and you're going to get the script, and you're going to need to learn that script. Now, if you're working as an actor, you might have 5 auditions in 1 week. So that means you'd have to learn 5 different scripts. and figure out 5 different characters. Now, what if you had 3 auditions in a day? That means you need to learn 3 scripts. So what can you be doing in between acting classes? Working on scripts, working on sides, work it out, break it down, memorize it, put it on tape. Work on another one constantly. That's like practice in between the game for soccer or basketball or baseball. What do you do in between games? You practice. So practice. Can you upload this live? Because this information is really important for me. And you want to download it. I don't know how to upload it live. Teach me how. I don't know how. Yes, I'm happy to do this for you guys. I really do. Do I think doing a yeah. Doesn't act, okay. Oh, Nikita, I'm happy to help, believe me. I mean, I just have a deep passion and love for actors. I really just want you to be successful. You know, I believe that inside every person is this gift. There's a calling inside you on your life. And maybe somebody is not supporting that in your own life. Maybe your parents or your friends or your family, your husband, your wife, they don't support it, but you have to follow your dreams. Because life is like, you have a blip. You have a blip in time. It's your blip. And no one knows when it's over. You know, you came in here, surprise, here we are. And you're going to be gone. And that could be any second of any day, at any time. You have a blip. And I was like, what are you going to do with it? Because if you're listening to other people about how you should live your blip, that's a problem. If you don't feel confident, get confident. You know, I'll tell you a couple things. You are worthy, and you have what you are. If you're called to be an actor, you are unique already. I mean, unless you have an identical twin, there is no one else like you in the world. And even they have a couple things. They might not like all the same movies you like. They might not love the same people you loved. I mean, nobody's like you exactly. So that means you have come into this planet one time as this person, and you will never exist again. And you're so special. I love you. I love you because you exist. You don't even have to do anything. I just love you. And no matter what you've ever done, I still love you. You might have killed someone. You still are a creature of God. You're still important, you know. I hope you never do that again. I hope you got your help, whatever your problem was. I'm just saying, people, you're valuable and you exist and you're important. And even if you've done something horrible, you can do something brilliant in this world and do the right thing. Do something great. Bad choices don't have to define future choices. You know, and you may have had some bad experiences. You don't think you're worthy. And somebody may have raped you or molested you. You may have done that to someone else. You know, somebody may have been cruel to you. You may have been in an accident. You may think that you're not as pretty as other people or that somebody else is better than you. No, they're not. Everybody is the same. You were born and you're going to die. What's different is what do you do with the time you have? What are your actions? And you can control those. Nobody's more valuable than you. Who's more valuable? Nobody's more valuable. Everybody's born and they die. There's nobody more valuable. It's an egg. It breaks into, it turns into a person, and then it dies. They're all the same. They're all equal. Equal in value. Equal. What's different is the actions you take. How do you live your life? Are you living your life in a positive way? Are you following your dreams and your goals? Are you doing whatever it takes to make what you want to have happen? You know, like whatever it takes, you're willing to do what it takes. What people think, well, you know, I don't know if I can make it. You won't if you quit. Because quitters don't win. Quitters don't win. The reason I call it a winner's circle is because it's for winners. Because you have quitters and you have winners. And winners never quit. That's the way you win. If you're trying to run for president and you don't win, you run again. You run again. You run. The only people that become president are the ones that never quit running. I think Abraham Lincoln was like, if you look up the history of Abraham Lincoln, I think he like tried to be a senator or a governor and he lost like 13 elections or something like that. I mean, if he had quit ever, he would never have been president. Hillary quit Clinton. She's lost. She's not going to be president if she doesn't run again. And I'm not saying I didn't vote. I'm not saying who to vote for, who not to vote for. What I'm telling you is, you don't reach your goal if you quit. So when you say to me, can I be an actor? Can I make it? I don't know. Can you? Are you going to quit? Because this is not an easy business. This is a tough business. Here's the facts. When you go on an audition, and I'll tell you what they're looking for in the room, okay? Everything that you do is the only time they're ever going to see that. Nobody else is going to come in the room and do what you do. So you have no competition. Only you can do what you do. Now, when a casting director has a project and they are casting, they've talked to the producer and the director and the writer. And the writer has said, this character is, she's shy. She's kind of quiet and demure, and she's kind of shy, and she doesn't really get too, her personality is very, she doesn't have a lot of energy. Like, she's not like me, okay? She's very reserved. Okay, that's what the writer wrote for the script. And so that's what they're looking for in the room. Now, if you don't have that I don't have that kind of energy, I can't even fake that. I'm a great actor, but I can't even get to that because that betrays everything I am. I don't even want to play a role like that, right? I'm not the kind of person that can work in a bank. I'm too loud. I'm too colorful. I have too much energy, and I don't give a shit about how much money would you like to deposit today, sir? So thank you, stamp, click, click. That's not me. All right, so there's some things that are just not you. Just aren't going to fit. Those aren't your roles anyway. Those aren't your roles anyway. The roles that you're right for, those are the only ones you're going to have a shot at. The roles that I'm right for, the vivacious best friend, the energetic teacher, the compassionate, caring, loving nurse, the disciplinarian cop. It's based on your personality mixed with the types of roles. Those roles that I'm right for, I will kill it in the audition room. Then it's a matter of whether they want that or not. They're going to watch 100 people do the same exact text. And they're going to get a vibe in their stomach that, ooh, I like that one. For some reason, that just feels right. There's something about that. Triggers. It just turns you on in some way inside. It just works. And they're going to give that person a call back. And you might have done a great job, but it didn't trigger whatever. The next audition you have, you're the one that triggers it for them. And they're like, oh, she's great. He's great. That's just what we're looking for. You can't control when other people find what you do interesting. But you can control your confidence, your training, and you can go in there and do the best job that you can. And say thank you and goodbye and get on with your life. Do not wait to hear back. You probably won't hear back. If you get another audition from that office from another project, that means they liked you and they want to see you again for something else. That's your answer. They want you back for something else because the chances of getting the job you go in for is almost zero. Okay, it's 1%. It's one role. There are 5,000 people submitting for it, and one person gets it. That means the odds are against you, 4,999 to 1. That's this business. If you don't want to be in this business, get the fuck out. That's why your package is so important, because you won't even get the audition if your headshots aren't good. If you don't represent your type well, if your acting clip's not good, you're not even getting the audition. So let's say 5,000 people submit and they decide to audition 150 people. And that's it. They made that decision based on your headshots and your acting clips and your resume. So if those things aren't great, you don't even get an audition. Forget getting the role. Forget being on TV or film. First, you got to get the audition. So in my winner's circle, I'm teaching you how to get the audition And that's not even teaching you what to do in the audition. That's another section. How to get the audition in the first place. You got to get that audition. If that role says upset teacher, I don't want to see your happy dad clip. That's not going to get you the audition. If your role says determined cop, I don't need to see your friendly football coach clip. You got to know your types. Your headshots need to match your types, and your clips and headshots need to match, or you're not getting the audition. Now, how do I know that? Because I'm a manager and an agent for 20 years. My job is to get the actor the audition. That's my job, to develop the package and get them the audition. If someone's teaching you stuff and they've not been an agent or manager and they don't know. Your acting teacher doesn't know what we know. They don't know. They might guess and tell you some things, but they don't know. And as a manager, I have 50 actors on my roster. I have to get all 50 of them auditions. That means all 50 have to have packages. All 50 of them have to have headshots that match their type. All 50 of them need to have clips that match. I got to get all 50 of them agents. Right? So I'm the one that should be teaching you this. And if you do what I'm teaching you, you will get the results. Your package will be so much better than it is right now. You will become more competitive and people will want to meet with you. But as long as you look like an amateur and sound like an amateur and your materials look like an amateur, then you are an amateur. And you will not go to the next level. You got to be a professional in this business. Think about, like, if I'm going to hire an attorney to present my case to court, and one comes in and disheveled with this old suit, wrinkled and dirty, this old briefcase and scuffed up shoes, and the other attorney comes in a sharp suit with a tie, and his hair is well done, he's wearing some nice pair of shoes, expensive briefcase, got a good watch on. Which one am I taking into the courtroom with me? I mean, it's a no-brainer. You got to look the part. You got to look like a professional. Now, if this other lawyer is better, I might have to clean him up. I don't know if I can get him to the shine that this one has. And if this guy who's shiny is a bad lawyer, I don't need him either. I got to find someone that's got the shine and the talent. Now, my job is to help you with the shine. Your job is to deal with the talent. That makes sense? And together, we make shit happen. I'm going to answer a couple more questions, then I'm going to go because it's dinner time, and I'd actually like to see my best friend tonight. And I don't know if she wants to see me because she's got a man and she's busy. Okay, girl, busy. I'm going to just ask her really quick if she wants to hang out tonight. Pardon me. You want to watch TV together tonight? ? Or are you busy with your man? Hey. All right, let me ask a couple questions. Let me answer a couple more of these, and then I'm going to getting, my friends. Will an acting career make you lose your Social Security check? I don't know, Jessica. I don't know, because I don't work for Social Security. I don't know anything about that. If it's a Social Security disability check and I don't know, it could. I don't know. You should find out. Okay. That's what you're so funny, Mel. If the person has a lot of difficulties with auditions, this is from Christian de Oliveira, and is terrible at auditions, are there other ways, or will this be a problem? You got to stop being terrible at auditions, okay? There are people that can teach you how to audition, and you can learn that. I don't believe that, okay, I'm terrible at auditions, never going to be good at them. I'm terrible at Spanish until I learn it and study it. I'm probably terrible at Chinese right now because I don't speak a word of it. But if I train hard at it, and I train with people who are really good teachers, and they teach me it, and I practice it really hard, I can get good at it. So I believe in you, Christian. Come on. I don't believe in I can't do it. I don't believe in I can't do it. I don't believe in I don't have enough. I don't believe in I can't afford that. I don't believe in lack. There was a person that wanted to take a class. She didn't have the 300. She needed the money for her class, right? She went on her Facebook page and she said, I need 40 of my friends to donate $5 so I can take this class. And one day she had $600. She was able to afford my acting, my business training, and her acting classes. What are you willing to do for what you say you want? You say you want to be an actor. Blah, 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 blah. How hard are you willing to work at it? You see how hard Kevin Hart works? Or Jamie Foxx, or Will Smith, or The Rock. Those people work harder than Mark Wahlberg. He's up at training at 4 a.m. How hard do you really want to work? I don't do one-on-one coaching to Judy because I don't have time. I'm in here tonight because I just finished doing a group consultation. I do consultations in groups. I don't do them really one-on-one anymore much because it takes too much time and I don't want to repeat myself to one person at a time. I can't. That's like me having this conversation times 2,000 people. I'm not doing it. I just don't have the time anymore. That's a reason, another reason I created the course, so I can teach everyone what I know, but not one-to-one, because I don't care to do that anymore. Okay, I know you said audition for roles in your state, but what if your state isn't in production? I didn't say you could only audition for roles in your state. You can audition for roles out of your state, Joshua. I just said that the production company can either afford to fly you in or you have to pay to get yourself there. Any advice for being more confident? Well, confidence comes from doing the things you're afraid of doing. Because confidence comes after you've done the thing. So like if you're sitting around, oh my God, I'm going to wait till I'm more confident to get up and stand in front of that people and sing or something. It does not come that way. Confidence comes from after you get up and sing, then you go, ooh, I didn't die. And you do it again. Ooh, that was scary. I think I was going to throw up in the middle of. I remember when I was first becoming a singer, I was so scared of people's opinions. I didn't want people to reject me. I was afraid I would fail and people would not like me. Okay. And I had to get over that because I wanted to be a singer. I wanted to sing and make records, you know. And I've sung on over 65 CDs and I've had several hit records and I've traveled the world singing. And then I lost the interest. But in the first 20 years when I was a professional singer, you know, when I first started, I had a dream to be a singer when I was a little girl, but I had so much stage fright. I made the decision, I'm going to get over that. Whatever it takes, I'm going to get over it because I sing and I'm really good at it. So I got to get over it. I got to make myself, I got to force myself to be uncomfortable, to get past my fear, because what I want lives on the other side of my fear. I got to force myself through the pain, the fear. So I started singing at this karaoke booth in the mall. And I was scared. And I was the only person that ever heard me really sing except myself. And I would just go in there after school, and it was in the mall, and I'd sing, and he'd give me my tapes, and I would sing and listen back and sing. And he said to me one day, "You're really good." And I'm putting on a showcase. It was in New Haven, Connecticut, and I'm going to invite, I got a lot of people coming, but this booth I do in, you know, my part-time, I'm a producer. And so I'm going to invite some of these people I've heard sing in here to my showcase, and you're one of them. And I was like, and he goes, "I want you to sing." I said, okay. 500 people I was going to sing in front of for the first time ever in my life. 500 people. Now, I didn't get to that from scratch. Let's rewind a couple years. I was very afraid of things, and I needed confidence. So my friend Diana, my best friend, and I moved out of my house in high school. I moved out of my house because my dad and my brother were so self-centered and self-absorbed. I just felt ignored at home, and I didn't even want to be in that environment. So I moved in with my best friend in high school, and her mother was a forum leader. Her mother led something called the EST seminars, forum. She was a very, very powerful speaker, a very powerful woman, and she said to me, "You need to take my course, take the course." But it wasn't free. It cost $500. I didn't have $500 in 11th grade. She said, "I'll put it on my credit card and you can pay me back," because I was working at McDonald's as the drive-through captain. I was the captain. I was always a manager of everything. Anyway, as captain. And so I worked and I paid her back that $500, but I didn't let that $500 be a no. I didn't say no because I needed the growth. I needed to change. I needed what the course had. I needed to be more. I believed into myself. There's more to me. So I got to make the investment in myself. So she put it on her card and I paid her back over 6 months. I took that course. That course changed my life. It changed the direction of my life. It changed the trajectory, the whole trajectory of my life. I learned things I didn't know. I became a little more confident, a little stronger. Then she said, you need to do the Insight seminar. That was $600. I didn't have $600. I was in high school. She said, I'll put it on my credit card. You can pay me back. That time I worked at Friendly's Ice Cream. I was the manager. And I cooked the food and I did the ice cream cones and I managed the front cash register and I took the course, Insight Seminar. I paid her back over 6 months. And my paycheck just kept going to her. That's fine. That course changed my life. Insight Seminars was about loving yourself. And I needed to love myself more because I was scared that I wasn't good enough and I was scared to stand up in front of, sing in front of people. And I was afraid that people would make fun of me. I can remember feeling that way. I don't feel that way now, but boy, I felt that then. And one of the exercises in the Insight Seminar was we made groups of people. Stand in the center of your group and act out whatever you want to be. I wanted to be a singer. The thought of standing in front of 30 people like this that was too scary. I was like, oh, but I did it. I did it. That was too scary to pretend to say, what people are looking at me. What if they don't think I'm good enough? I'm embarrassed. But my goal is to be a professional singer. I got to get over this. So I did that. And it was scary. I didn't have the courage from sitting at home. I got the courage because I forced myself through the fear. And you have to force yourself through your fears. I forced myself through my fear. And then when I finished that seminar, I went home and a producer called me. I'd been doing a theater production. I did Diary of Anne Frank, and it was held over for an extra 6 months because it was really good. I was very good at it. Anyway, the producer called me and said, I was at your show and I wanted you to know if you would take a role on my show. It's called Crime Stoppers. I said, well, what is that? We reenact crimes to see if it triggers anyone's memory, and it airs on the news every night. Now, before the Insight Seminar, I would have just said no because I was too scared to do things where I would be judged. So I would have just said no, but I just did the Insight Seminar and the Forum Seminar. So I had some more confidence and some more trust in myself, some more belief in myself. I had some more power for my life. So I said yes. I just said yes. I said yes without even thinking. The yes came out of my mouth so fast, I was like, where'd that come from? He said, great. Show up at so and such and set and blah, blah, blah. Okay, I played a prostitute that had been killed at a truck stop. So I had to, and I was real skinny then, so I could do it. I had to walk up to the truck stop guy and be like all flirtatious and get in his cab, and then he found me dead in some house. And it aired on the news. Now that was cool. And I mean, I would never have done that if I had not said yes. So then when I was walking through the mall and I saw the karaoke booth, I was like, how much does it cost to come in this booth and do a song? $20. I'll do one. A year later, I'd been singing in that karaoke booth after school. You don't have those now, but it was like a kiosk. And it was a karaoke booth, and you could pick all the songs. And I would go in there every day after school and sing my heart out, but no one heard me because I was too scared to do it outside the booth. So then that guy says to me, you want to sing in my contest? I was like, yes. I was scared to death. I told my dad I was going to sing in front of that booth. He came to the show. I mean, my dad didn't even know I could sing. I sang an Anita Baker song. And I've told this story on Facebook. I sang Anita Baker song. I sang No One in the World Would Love. No, I sang Giving You the Best That I Got. Giving you the best that I got. Well, baby, I bet my wedding ring on my wedding ring. Oh, I don't know. I sang, but I did not have the ability to do all this kind of stuff. Love so strong and so unselfishly. I didn't have emotional ability. I was scared of it. My wedding ring, then my wedding ring. Oh. I couldn't even move. I was too scared. I wasn't at the, I love so strong and so unselfishly. I didn't have the freedom to sing. I wasn't me yet, fully me yet. I was on my way, but I wasn't there like I am now, right? So I just stood like this. Now, I remember sitting backstage, and the mayor of New Haven, Connecticut was emceeing the event. And I was sitting on the bench like, oh my God, I don't know why I did this. I'd never have done it. He's like, you got to stop crying. Your voice, it's not going to work. He would rub my back. He says, it's going to be okay. You're going to do it. Now, a girl was on stage singing Anita Baker, and she was singing and moving around the stage. And I was like, she's ahead of me. She's ahead of me, but that's okay. I did it anyways. Because it's about my journey, not anyone else's. Just like it's about yours. Don't compare yourself to other people. They're at different levels than you. Some are further ahead, some are behind you. It's your journey. That makes sense? So I did the best I could in that moment with what I got. I sang the best I could. I did the best I could. I did not win because I could not move. I could not communicate with the audience. I couldn't even look at those people. I wasn't ready. I wasn't there yet. At the end of the show, my dad came up to me with a look of shock on his face, and he said, Wendy, I didn't even know you could sing. Girl, look like you belong up there. It was a beautiful moment. I'd been singing in the house for years, and every time he would come home, I'd turn everything off. He didn't know I could sing. And he looked like you belong up there. I was impressed. I was like, oh my goodness. But that's not why I became a singer. I had a calling inside me. So then I'm walking down the street, and there were these older women, these black women behind me, and they were like, ooh, and they pointed to me, and they said, she was good too. But I wasn't great yet. I didn't have my confidence fully there yet. I wasn't Diana Ross. I was talented enough. I had practiced 6 hours a day. My skill was strong. My talent was trained, but I didn't have the confidence yet. I was developing it. So how do you get courage? You do the thing you're scared of. You force yourself to doing it even when you're scared. You make yourself do it. Whether that's acting or singing or writing or developing your own content or leaving your country, whatever you have to do to become what you want to be, you do what you got to do. So after that, I took some voice classes at Southern Connecticut State University. And I started taking voice class. I was scared to stand by myself in front of a class of 30 people. They had their pens and paper out now with score sheets and assessments. Did she do that right? Did she do that good? Was this good? Was that an A? Was that a 10? I never had that experience, but I forced myself to do it. And then, I got good marks back. Then I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to go to Yale Music School. I think I'm going to go to Yale School of Music. So I went to Yale. I went to the undergraduate department. I had a meeting. I sang in front of them. They said, what do you want to do with your life? I said, I want to be a singer. They said, well, you don't need Yale for that. And I was like, They said, you're ready. Go sing. That meant a lot. That meant a lot. Because I had such respect for Yale Drama School. And they said I didn't need Yale Drama School. I was ready. Go sing. So a week or two later, my best friend Kathy was driving out to Hollywood. And her cousin was leaving Hollywood. So there was a studio apartment in Hollywood. Her cousin was giving up her job, giving up her apartment. And I said to Kathy, can I drive out to Hollywood with you? I'm going to go out and be a singer. She said, good, because I didn't want to drive by myself. I told my dad, Daddy, I'm going to go drive out with Kathy. I was in college. I had 6 classes left for my degree. I said, I'm going to go drive out to California with Kathy and be a singer. And my dad was like, oh, okay. So I got in the car. I drove out with, no. That's not what happened. I just said, can I drive out with Kathy? I got there and I said, I'm staying. Because my dream was to be a singer. And I wasn't going back to Hamden, Connecticut. I didn't know where anything was going to go. I didn't know how. I just knew I was going to sing. You understand? When you're acting on your purpose, you don't know how it's going to unfold, but you keep taking the action in the direction that you're going. Things will turn up the way that things will happen that are supposed to happen for you. So I sing wherever I go. So I'm singing in the bank because I'm in line. I can't help but sing. I just sing wherever. I'm in the car, whatever. And I get up to the teller, and his name is George Claiborne. I didn't know that. But George was a producer at Capitol Records and also worked in the bank as a teller because everybody in LA got 6 jobs. I get to the cashier, and he says, I heard you singing in line. I said, yeah, I sing wherever I go. He goes, well, I'm recording a record at Capitol Records, and I'd like you to come in and sing on my record. Okay. Yes. You understand? I said, yes. I did not know. I was scared. Do you know what I'm saying? I was scared. But I said yes because I had done the Insight seminar. I paid that $600. I'd done I did another one I didn't tell you about, Women, Sex, and Power in New York City. So I'd done 3 seminars working on myself and then did a communication seminar, so 4. And I was in college, I took singing classes. And then I went to Yale. They said, you ready? And then I was in California. So by the time I had got to him, I was prepared for the opportunity because I'd been working on overcoming my fear for years. So I didn't just happen into a singing career. He said, come on into the studio. I went to Capitol Records and I was like, holy shit, the Capitol Records building with the big spike. I couldn't believe it. They had a studio across the street. They said, we're going to go across the street and I want you to lay these vocals down. I was scared out of my mind. I never laid vocals down on a record before. He was producing a record called Tainted Love. It was a remake of something. It was a group called Colorblind. No, it was another group called Colorblind something. So I went in and I laid some vocals down. I didn't know what I was doing. I was scared. I didn't know. But I laid those vocals down. And people were like, damn, she's good. Where'd you find this girl? He was like, the bank. So I sang backing vocals for the album. That was a group that was signed to Capitol Records, and I got my first check. I was like, I'm a professional. And then another producer heard that record, and he said, I need you to perform vocals on my record. And I got another check. I was another professional. Then this actress, I heard somebody played something for them, and she was like, I'm doing a music video, and I need backing vocals for this song. Can you come do that? I was like, yes. And I got another check. And she said, can you be in my music video? I was like, yup. Then Colorblind asked me to be in their music video. Yup. So that's my first coming out to Hollywood. I sang on 3 records and did 2 music videos. And I was afraid the entire time, but I just kept getting a little stronger, a little stronger, a little stronger. Then the producer of the Colorblind, the first thing I did, the guy who found me in the bank, he played my song for a record producer from Amsterdam. And he said, I want to meet that girl when I come to LA because I'm looking for artists. So he called me and said, I'm going to be in LA on so and such a date. Can I meet with you? I was like, uh-huh. Yep. And I was scared. But I went to the meeting and I sang for him. He said, I heard your tape. He said, can you sing this? I was like, I sang it. He goes, I want to fly you to Amsterdam. And I want you to put the vocals down on this album that I'm doing. My mom was like, I don't know him. My mom flew too. We were in Amsterdam. I went in the studio and I sang on this record. I'd never been out of the country to Amsterdam or Europe. He paid my flight. I went and stayed there. I sang on the record. Yeah, Mama's smart. She's like, I don't know who he is. So I sang on that record. Nothing happened with I sang on the whole album. Nothing happened with it at first. The record label, the A&R guy loved me and said, I'm going to give you a record deal. I want you to sign with this group. And I want you to join the group permanently. We're going to put out the record. Nothing happened with it. He re-released the single 6 months later, and it was a hit. And from that song, I started performing live all over the world. I started singing more songs, writing more songs. We had a couple more hit records. I sang with other people, produced other people, wrote on other people's songs. You don't know what's coming, but you just keep walking in the direction of your purpose. You understand me? I don't care how scary it is. I don't care how afraid you are. I don't care if you think you are good enough. You have to determine who you're going to be. For me, there was never another option. I was going to sing. There was never another option. I had a professional singing career for 20 years. I had 4 hit records. I sang on over 65 CDs. I was in the studio. My ears, I have hearing issues, hearing damage. I was in the studio for so many years writing, producing. And one day I woke up and didn't feel like singing anymore. I had been on tour. I had traveled the world. I had met Smokey Robinson. I had sung with Michael McDonald. I had sung with Little Richard. I've been having a hell of a career. I'd made money. I bought my Porsche cash. I traveled all over the world. I was in the studio with everybody. I've had record deals. And one day I woke up and didn't want to sing anymore. I just didn't have the call. It didn't call me anymore. I was like, what am I going to do with my life? I don't want to be a doctor, a lawyer. I love the entertainment business. What am I going to do with my life? I'm going to become an agent. I didn't even know that. I went to this temp agency. I was like, I don't know. I can run an office. I mean, I got secretary skills. I can do some shit. I went to All Star Talent Agency in Beverly Hills. I said, I need a job and I need to work in the entertainment business because that's all I love. That's all I know. They were like, well, we're going to give you a job as an assistant and you're going to become an assistant and you're going to work as a floater. So we're going to put you wherever and you're going to work in all these different agencies. And I was like, yeah, I'll do it. Oh my God, I got into a talent agency and I couldn't believe it. I was in heaven. I was learning about the business. Oh my God. And of course, when you're a good assistant, they want to hire you on as a permanent. So I went to an assist at Whoopi Goldberg's manager's office, and they hired me on as an assistant, as a permanent. Well, then I was assisting Whoopi Goldberg's manager. So I spent a year working with Whoopi Goldberg in her career. Then I went to assist at Lee Salters. Well, he wanted me permanently. So I spent a year with Lee Salters. Lee Salters, we represented Michael Jackson, little Lionel Richie, Dolly Parton, Kenny Rogers. And I got to see what publicity is for Michael Jackson, Barbra Streisand. I'm on the phone with Barbra Streisand. Hey, Barbara. I'm on the phone with Whoopi. Hey, Whoopi. Then I went to Agency for the Performing Arts. They liked me so much, they put me on 2 desks. I was there working on 2 desks, literary department and casting. We represented all the TV stars that you saw on television. APA had stars. Go to their website. They still have stars. It's an agency full of stars. I'm working at these top levels, learning what real people are doing in the business and how things really work and what kind of packages they need and headshots and acting clip. Back then was demo reels. Oh my God. Then I went to work at Virgin Records in the soundtrack department, learning about putting together soundtracks for films. And that's when Spice Girls was big. And there they are, come in. I'm in the meeting sitting there with the Spice Girls. I'm learning everything about the business. Then I went to work at Fox Television. Fox Television is in sales. And basically that means we're selling TV shows that are already on TV to all the other countries in the world who want to buy content that's already done. So we're selling content at MIPCOM, traveling around the world selling TV content. Now I've learned about agenting, managing, TV sales, record labels. I've been an artist. I'm like, I'm ready to be an agent. So I looked in the paper, in the trades paper at the time, and there was an agency looking for an agent. And I didn't have, what experience did I have? I mean, they taught me. I had the experience I just told you about. When you say how much experience you have becoming an agent before trying to get an agent, oh, that's a different question. I'm not talking about you right now. I'm talking about myself. I just spent 2 hours talking about you. I'm taking a minute talking about myself. Then I'll come back to you again. So I get this. I apply for this job as a talent agent, and we're representing the Four Tops, Denise Williams. These are people I grew up on. The Four Tops and Denise Williams. Now I'm their agent. Yeah, I am, because I have the confidence and the strength. Teach me what I need to do. What do I need to do? I will do it. I will work my ass off. Okay, I did that as an agent. And then I thought, you know what? I want to be a manager, because agents just take products that are finished and sell them. I want to help develop the artist. I want someone to do for me. I want to do for someone else what people did for me. You know what I mean? I want to take someone who's got a dream and build them up and get them strong and confident and get them so they can live the life of their dreams like I did. And what is that? That's development managing. All right, I want to do that. So I started working with different managers, learning how to be a developmental manager. I worked for many different management companies, and I went to work with Susan Ferris, who she and I run talent managers for actors together. We've been friends for 30 years. I'm glad. I don't want to read your comments. I'm talking about myself right now. And she was a mentor to me. She taught me about managing. She developed new people. I went to Bo Shoot. We had Neil Patrick Harris, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Mayim Bialik, David Faustino was on Married. At the same time, look, David Faustino was on Married with Children. Neil Patrick Harris was on Doogie Howser. Sarah Michelle Gellar was on whatever vampire show she was on. I don't remember. I can't remember all of a sudden. We had Stephen Dorff, who was a movie star. Blossom. Mayim Bialik was Blossom. We had 5. Buffy the Vampire. We had 5 stars. And I was working right there with their manager, which is with Bo Shoot. Everything Bo does, I'm doing. I'm the one on the phone with Buffy. I'm the one bringing her $1 million checks. I'm the one sitting in all those meetings, learning how you develop, what you do with an actor once they're at that level. Well, that's a different game. And we would take on some new people. We would take on some new people, and she'd show me, what do you do with the new people? You use the connections from all the people that you're working, and all the stuff she would have them. We have to get them to this level. All these people are working because I've developed them already. So now we have to develop these new people. So we would sign new people and then develop their package, get them working. And then I was like, I'm going to go be a manager. I like this, developing people from scratch, giving them hope and a dream, and teaching them how the business works and what they need to do so they can really work in TV and film. And nobody fucking knows more about it than I do. And nobody cares more about actors than I do. And no one's going to help you more than I do. No one. And I have the experience and the years and the time and the expertise to do it, and the passion. You understand me? And I've been there as an actor, as a singer, as the artist who was afraid, who didn't have the courage, who was scared. I've been there. I've been all of those things. So when I tell you that you can make it in this business, you can work and live your dream, and you can get over your fears, and you're worried about auditionings, and you're worried that you don't have enough experience, and you're worried you're not good enough. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You will become what you decide to become. and you will get wherever you're willing to work hard enough to get to. Whatever your dream is, be so clear about it, and there's no other option for you but that dream. That's how much you have to want it. I don't want the singing for me anymore, but I want the career for you, as much for you as you want it for you. I might want it more for you. And I want your career as much as I wanted my career. You understand? Don't get me upset right now. I want your success so much that I'm willing to be here year after year after year. Telling you guys how things work. No one's made me come do this YouTube channel. I don't have to do this. I want you to be successful. I want you to live your dreams. I want you to have all the opportunities I had. I want you to experience what it feels like. I promise you, there's nothing like it. I remember when I was on stage in Florida, I was at one of those award shows, and they had asked me to come to Florida and be on this award show and give these awards, you know. And I had no fear anymore. I've been over that. Fear was gone. And I remember being on stage performing, and there were stars in the audience, and I was performing, and the superstar came up to me and she was like, "Girl, my manager wants to meet you." That was such a compliment. I had gotten to the point where I went from completely terrified to completely free. Completely free. And because I know because that is who I am, I can help you with that. And because I know this business like I do, I can help you with yours. And because I care about it more than anybody else, you need to be working with me. I promise you. Nobody else cares about this like I do, and you know that. What I don't want you to do, I really don't want you to die with your dream inside you. I don't want that for you. I didn't want it for me, and I don't want it for you. So it's going to take hard work. It took years. It took me years to get secure, to get okay with myself, to get confident, to be strong. It took me years to become powerful and confident and brilliant. And it's going to take you years. And none of this is going to happen overnight. And if you think there's any fast way to this, there's not. It takes development and persistence and time and confidence. And it takes pulling yourself through the hard, scary times. It takes pushing yourself when you're scared to death. It takes doing it anyways. And if I can teach you anything today, it's that whatever dream you have, you can accomplish it. But nobody's going to do it for you. You're going to have to do all the work. But you can get people around you who believe in you and teach you and give you strength and inspire you and lift you up and help push you forward. But you are going to have to take all the steps. You. And I can do everything else. And if you're here in this moment, it's because the universe wants you to hear what I'm saying. I can do everything else except take the action for you. I can't take the steps for you. I can't take the action for you. I can't make you take classes. I can't make you take my class. I can't make you create your own material. I can't do anything for you. I can just tell you what I know, what works. And I can tell you it works for the people I work with. And I can tell you what it works, what it takes for people to be successful in this business, because I talk to them every day. And if God has you in this spot with me today, he's got a calling on your life. Trust me. Because this is not an accident that you and I are talking. That means there's a purpose in your life, and God wants to make sure you hear what I'm saying. Because he believes in you. He wants you to achieve whatever that is he put inside you. I don't know what it is inside you, but it's calling you. And that's why you're here right now, or you would not be here. You understand me? I am just a messenger. So I'll go back to answer some of your questions. But I think you understand what I'm talking about and where I'm coming from. If you have any last minute questions, you go, because girl, honey, I am tired. I have been here for hours. If I hang up, you're going to lose all the information I gave you. So let me put some of this in the chat so you have it again. Make sure you copy it and paste it. And I'm happy that I could share my story. You got to be authentic. Be you. Be honest. Be who you are. You are good enough. Don't try to be like anyone else. Don't try to compare yourself to other people. Just be yourself. Just be you. I do a free webinar. There's the link. If you want to spend more time with me, there you go. If you want to take my course, and I suggest every actor in the world take it, there you go. I'll tell you everything that you don't know. If you want to join my Facebook group, Talent Managers for Actors, take it. There's the link. If you want to follow me on Instagram, go ahead. I love that. We're going to have some personal conversations. There it is. If you want to see what an acting clip looks like so you can start creating your own clips, there's that. If you want some sample resumes so you can see what other people's resumes look like, there's 2 of them, 2 samples. If you want to know some acting coaches that you should train with, these 2, I'm going to give you 5, are some of the best in the world. You will learn how to act from these people. You will learn how to act from these people. If you want to see what agents and managers have to say about what I teach, read what I'm writing. Fimmel, my puppy misses her mother. It's time for me to stop working, Fimmel. You want to say hi? Come here, Poopy. Come here, Juju. Come here, my treasure of love. Come here, treasure. Love, treasure. So I was with my baby for so long. She's like, Mommy. Hi. You just lick Mommy's nose. That doesn't lick Mommy's nose. I'll lick the side. No, don't lick the side. How are you? Hello, gorgeous. Hello, my little blessing. I'm so grateful to spend my life with you. Thank you, God, for this gift. Hello, baby. What we're doing? You're sitting under my foot all this time? And it's time for me to go? That's what you're saying? Is that why you come up to say, can you come rub? You just got to go? Mommy goes now? Okay, Mommy goes. Mwah, mwah, mwah. You need to have your hair cut because I can't even see your face. Look at your face. Show everyone your beautiful face. Look your face. Little treasure. I respect you. You're a little baby. Okay, so it's time for us to go. My friend Erica says I could come over and play. So I'm going to go see my Erica. So I just want to say, I love you guys. I'm here for you. I believe in you. If you have any last minute questions, put them in and I'll answer them. Audition for an agent in 6 weeks. Any tips? Be yourself. Make sure you have a headshot, a couple of headshots that match your type. Make sure that you have acting clips on your Actors Access. British action skill. Yes, you need a clip for that, Brittany. Is it possible to have too many skills? You don't, just do the skills that you're really good at. Do I offer anything for singing? I'm going to be starting a new YouTube channel for singing, so pay attention for that. Can a model easily switch to acting? They're 2 totally different things. how to get not lost in your course and get the best out of it. So every Friday I go live and I teach and inspire and share, and I listen to all of you guys. And every Friday at 12 noon, I'm live. So you're not going to get lost in the course. I'm going to guide you right through it. Starting acting at 15, no experience, get experience. Do minors need a permit for professional work? Yes, they do. When American productions shoot in Canada, do the American actors need work permits? When American productions shoot in Canada, do the American act? That I don't know, Peyton. I will do a singing channel, yes. God bless you. And thank you for letting him confirm what he's been trying to do. Yes, amen. Yes. If I'm speaking to you and you hear it in your heart, then you know that you're on the right path and God has a plan for you, girl. Go for it, 100%. I'm an actor from London. What classes do you recommend? Monel, I recommend you study with the coaches from LA and New York that are training on Zoom, and I put them in the chat. Same for you. Any good acting school in New York City? There's so many. Just start. Nobody's in class right now. Everybody's on Zoom. So William Esper in New York, Matt Newton in New York. I'm the best manager of all. Yeah, that's what they say. Thank you. I appreciate that deeply. You have auditions in front of 10 agents in 6 weeks. Well, good for you. Have your package ready. You know, like make sure you have a variety of headshots on your Actors Access and several clips. And if you don't have that yet, make sure you get coached on your audition material when you perform and do the best you can. Get coached on that material and make sure it's fantastic. When I get my Grammy, you'll thank me. Yes, when you get your Grammy, Jessica, you better thank me. And yes, go for it. I'm pushing you. You got this. You got this. Okay? Can I be successful in America being a foreign actress? Yes, you can. You change, yes, I'm happy to change your life. You know what? I'm pushing you in a different direction. That's going to give you a totally different trajectory. Take action on that and keep going. You're going to do great. Demo reel versus audition clips. Audition clips. Individual clips when you're a beginner. What do you think of A3 Artists? I don't know. Is that like A3 Artists? I don't know. Is that the new Abrams Artists? They're perfect. They're great. They just changed the name. How much experience do you have before trying to get an agent? Be a great actor. You know, sometimes they'll bring you on even if you aren't the most experienced, but because your acting is so good, you know, and your training was so good, your acting is so good, you might have less experience than someone who's like, there could be someone who's got more experience, but they're just not as good an actor. Or you could find that they're looking at 3 or 4 people and they just need one type. Like maybe they're only signing Asian girls today, or maybe they're only looking for Hispanic boys, or maybe they're only looking for people in their 20s to 30s. You have to keep going back to agents you want to be with, and every 3 months submit again. Who are my top 3 favorite actresses? Well, I like Diane Keaton. I don't have a favorite. I don't have favorite actresses. I have all of the actresses. I love all of the actresses. My favorite actresses are the ones that are good enough for me to remember why I love it so much, why I'm in love with them so much. And I see beauty in every actor, in every show. I watch so many shows and television and film. I'm in love with actors. Right now, I just watched Hilary Swank in that movie about Away. It's a limited series about her going to Mars. Man, great acting. I just love great acting. I don't care who does it. If it's great acting, I'm a fan. So look, I'm going to go. You're welcome. I'm happy to be here. I love you. I love you. God bless you. And have a beautiful night. I'm glad I was able to be here. And there's still so many questions. I can't get to all of them. I'm ready to go. So I'll see you all when I see you. God bless you. You're going to do good things, right? Don't go, do the, mwah. Believe in yourself. I believe in you. Believe in yourself. You got this. Okay? You got this. And I will see you all. Shalani, Brittany, Lavender, Drone, Sophia, Mel, Ayana, Teal, JP, Tanny, Peyton, Fly Nights, Jessica, Konstantinos Dimitriou, Alfred, I love you too, Jem Nelson, Ingo, Oh yeah, please answer this question. I need to know about contracts before signing a contract. What do you want to know about the contract, Oya? Alola, Rick, Joshua, love you too, honey. Patience, yes. Beautiful little heart. Patience, hi. Rio, Angelina, Ashton, Amar, Alonzo, Martin, Angelina, Monel, Ashley, big brown eyes. G. Leon. Don't be thinking about me when you get your award. You better speak out and say my name. I better hear it from the stage. Jessica, you're welcome. Beatrice, LZ.2K. I don't know. If my links aren't working, Google it. And some of them may have run together, so see if you need to separate them. One last thing. Didn't I give you enough? What material do I need to get and coach at North Carolina? Ask the teacher what material. Ask my teacher. Okay, come on. Let's let Wendy eat her dinner. Goodbye, you guys. I love you all. I'll see you later. God bless you. I don't even know how to get out of this thing, but I'm going to try. I really love you. This was the best time. I'm so glad I got to be here. We don't have to do it tonight, period. I just was checking in with you because I thought maybe we should, because I haven't seen you all week. But if you want to wait till the weekend or something, that's fine too.